Wrigley Field has been around for over a century. The vast history of this park is unmatched. However, it can also uncover the future. For the homestanding Chicago Cubs, they're in the midst of trying to end a 108-year World Series championship drought, and they're putting the weight of that chase on a handful of 20-somethings.
Get out the tape measure, long gone.
Budding superstars like Javier Baez, Jorge Soler, last year's Rookie of the Year, Chris Bryant, and Addison Russell, who played at this hallowed cathedral long before he was a major leaguer. 6 years ago, Russell, along with countless other future stars, showcased his skills in the Under Armour All-America game. When they were high school stars, they played here. And if they're able to beat the odds, just like Russell, they might play here a lot more in the years to come. With the help of former big leaguers, today is a step in that direction. The 9th annual Under Armour All-America game is next on MLB Network. The friendly confines of Wrigley Field, the first game in 2008. And with that, we say hello again. Inside our broadcast booth, Paul Severino, Jim Callis of MLBpipeline.com. We'll hear from the managers, Bill Ripken and Wes Helms, in just a moment. This is the 7th time that MLB Network has broadcast this game. And Jim, I don't think we've been disappointed once. I don't think we'll be disappointed today.
No, we're not going to be disappointed at all. The Baseball Factory scouts have done a tremendous job. Last year's game had 6 first-round picks in the 2016 draft. I bet when we look back next year, we may double that. There may be 12 to 15 first-round picks in this year's crop. You look at this graphic here, the top 10 high school prospects in the draft for next year. All 10 of these guys are here at Wrigley Field today. We're going to get to see all of them. The 2 guys who scouts are buzzing about the most, Hunter Green from California, Jordan Adele from Kentucky. These are both tremendous talents. We just saw them in the finals of the home run competition here minutes ago. Hunter Green up to 97 with the fastball, very good slider, advanced changeup, throws strikes, very athletic. You know, by the way, good power, and he can play a pretty nifty shortstop too. Jordan Adele, also very talented both ways. Guys are looking at him more as a position player at this point because he's got close to top-of-the-line speed, tremendous center fielder, power to all field, strong arm. But if you want to see him on the mound, 92, 94 hammer curveball. So these guys are both just ridiculously talented.
Yeah, this is going to be an awful lot of fun today. A fun broadcast, too. Not just me and Jim throughout, but also the managers. Again, Bill Ripken and Wes Helms mic'd up throughout the game. They're going to be a continuing part of this telecast. We'll send it down to them. They've got the starting lineups presented by Under Armour in just a bit. But, guys, what can we look forward to today?
Hey, thanks, Paul. Look, me and Wes, we're back at it again. Last year, we went head-to-head. Wes was the victor. I'll give it to him. We'll see if we can't change that this year. But this group of kids, awful good, very respectful, a lot of fun to be around. And for me, when I was with them the other day, I was working with the infielders. I thought collectively, doing all my drills, it was probably one of the better groups that I've seen over the past few years. What stood out to you?
I think the power as a whole this year, more guys are popping the ball. Last year we only had a few, and we're hearing a lot of talk about a lot of mid-90s fastballs this year, which is always fun to watch. So it's going to be fun to see what they can do today.
All right, let's talk about a couple guys in our lineups that I want you guys to watch today. Alex Terrell, repeat offender. He was here last year, went back to Florida during the season, played a few games at Marlins Park, and jumped ship a couple times too, including one in the upper tank. So maybe he can pop one for me. And my shortstop, Brady McConnell, another Florida boy, can do a little bit of everything. Can hit for a little bit of power, can certainly run a little bit, and certainly, I believe, can play shortstop for me today. Wes, what do you got?
Got my starting pitcher, Hans Kraus, Mr. Personality, does a lot of things like Cueto on the mound, going to change his windup, change his stretch, mixed with the hitter's timing, mid-90s fastball, great breaking ball, commands his change as well. And I got a first baseman there from California, Nick Prado. Tremendous power, but very controlled around the bag, good footwork, good hands, which is unusual for a first baseman in high school.
All right, Paul, I'm going to see if I can't even up the series today.
Looking forward to it, boys. There's a look at your lineups. We're going to be back at Wrigley Field for the 2016 Under Armour All-America game right after this. Welcome back to the 2016 Under Armour All-America game powered by Baseball Factory with MLBpipeline.com's Jim Callis. I'm Paul Severino here at Wrigley Field in Chicago, gearing up for what should be a very entertaining afternoon. 2 guys with probably the best seats in the house. The 2 managers who are mic'd up for this one, Bill Ripken and Wes Helms. course, former big leaguers on both sides. Gentlemen, this is a budding rivalry between the two of you folks. Rip, are you, how much revenge is at your fingertips right now?
You know what, Paulie? I don't think revenge is in my vernacular. I think Wes got a little bit fortunate, a little lucky last year. We're going to go play our game. We'll end up on top. There's no revenge here.
Lucky, Wes? Lucky? Really?
No, you know, hey, we're only as lucky as our players are good. Hey, well, I'm telling you right now, Bobby Cox told me one time, what makes a good manager is players, and that's the case here. Our players did it last year. So you never know who's going to come out on top, man.
Yeah, you guys are both stacked. Your rosters are terrific. Here's a look at Hans Kraus from Dana Hills, California. 6'4", 185, a 2017 grad. And Jim Callis, he is your number 4 prospect on your top 10 that's in this game. We'll get a good look at him. A funky delivery that will change from time to time, so something to obviously keep an eye on. He'll face Quentin Holmes, M.J. Melendez, and Cole Turney here in the top of the first inning. The American squad, managed by Bill Ripken, gets their first cracks at Hans Kraus here at Wrigley Field. A nice day. Hopefully the rain holds off. First pitch of the afternoon. Swing and a miss at 93. We are underway.
And that's 93. That's kind of the low end of what he can show you. He can show you up to 97. He's got nasty curveball too. He's got some life on that fastball and deceptive delivery. Not fun here for Quentin Holmes.
No, not at all. Quentin Holmes is in center field this afternoon, so he'll have a tough test, as will everybody for Kraus, by the way, who's going to get a couple of innings of work here. Again, the Baseball Factory does a terrific job partnering here with Under Armour to run this event, and we've got all of our notes, all of our roster diagrams for how things are going to go. Again, this is a showcase for these talented kids. There's 20 on each side, so 40 of the best high school players in the country are here today. And it's certainly a process to go out there and plan everything, who plays where and for how long and all that stuff. So there'll be plenty of changes. We'll stay on top of that throughout.
And coming to this game every year, Paul, you're not just impressed by the talent, but this thing runs so smoothly. It's a great event for the kids. They get to do some stuff beyond just playing this game. And like you said, I mean, if I'm a professional scout, it's tremendous. You know, I know who's coming in when. It's all scheduled down to the T.
There's the first strikeout of the afternoon for Hans Kraus. So look at the defense behind him. Cole Brannon, Jordan Adele, Connor Usselton, left to right in the outfield. Ryan Belade, Nick Gallant, Ricardo De La Torre, and Nick Prado, third to first. Sam Prater behind the plate. And, of course, Kraus on the hill. So that'll bring up M.J. Melendez.
Quick stepping him.
A ball and no strikes.
Mr. Personality on the mound, Billy.
That one misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Melendez, who is a 2017 grad. A lot of these kids are 2017 grads, but not all of them. Of course, we'll get into that. 2-0, swing ripped down the right field line, but foul.
Okay.
Melendez is committed to Florida International,
which is kind of an obvious commitment for him since his dad just took the head coaching job there. His father, Merville, who was a head coach at Alabama State and Bethune-Cookman. I think when your dad's a college coach and you're a talented kid, you kind of have to play for that, don't you?
I would imagine. It probably helps.
Be a wall, Sam.
And that's when if the recruiting coordinator isn't winning over mom on that home visit, it's probably a problem.
It's a live arm, man.
So, Wes, he's thrown 9 pitches. Obviously, you've been around these kids the last couple of days, but I just heard you say live arm. What do you like about him?
Well, if you look at him, he's got a really, really, really live arm. And, you know, guys like that with live arms that young, a lot of times don't have the control. They don't know how to locate like they're going to when they get older. And so far, he's shown he can locate his pitches. He's challenging them. He does not look nervous. And that's something to be said when you come to a game like this in front of scouts on national television, as young as they are. If you can see a guy with that composure, with that kind of arm, that's pretty impressive.
How difficult, you guys were both big league hitters, is it to face a guy who gives you a different look from pitch to pitch? I mean, the 2 pitches ago, he gave you that Cueto shimmy shake and with the shoulders and throws 94, and then he comes back with a more traditional delivery. How much does that throw you off at the plate when you're seeing the guy alter his delivery, you know, within an at-bat like that?
No, it's not good. As hitters, we want a guy that repeats his delivery. It gets us comfortable. We can time him better. We time him in the on-deck circle. A guy like this, I mean, he surprises you. So your best bet, you have to get loaded a little earlier than normal just because he might quick pitch you, and you can always slow it down if you load early if he does pause a little longer. But we as hitters don't like to be uncomfortable. We like to get in our comfort zone. We like to, it's kind of like becoming a habit. We want to get in that batter's box and do what's comfortable to us all the time. And pitchers like this mess with us. Cueto does it. Kershaw's got that little hitch. Those guys are successful because they mess with the timing of hitters.
Cole Turney toward the gap in left center field. That one will get down for extra bases. Melendez toward third. He's getting waved around. The relay throw comes home. Not in time, and it's a 1-0 lead for the American squad on the RBI double from Cole Turney.
It's a good piece of hitting by that kid.
He's an Arkansas commit and was part of the Under Armour Baseball Factory Showcase, Futures Texas. He's from Richmond, Texas. Another look here, and he just whacked this ball in the left center field gap.
What I like there too is you could see on the replay there, that ball had some arm side run. It was running away from him, and instead of trying to do too much, which sometimes you might do in a showcase, he went with it, went the other way, drove it to left center.
That'll bring up Alex Terrell. He was part of this game last year.
Attaboy.
Swings and fouls the first pitch back. Bill Ripken talked about him in the open. He's from Florida, a 2017 grad, committed to Miami, and one of 2 returners to this game along with Jordan Adele. And from the scouting reports, Jim, it says that he is one of the best hit power combos in the country, regardless of his graduation year. So lots of promise with this kid.
Definitely, and I think what impresses me the most, just in the look I've gotten at him since he's been up here, is, yeah, first base, I'm looking for offense, I'm thinking power, but he does it easy, and that's why he hits for average, too. This isn't a guy who's swinging out of his heels and corkscrewing himself into the ground. He just has a nice controlled swing, but, man, it's fast.
So it's a 1-0 lead thanks to the RBI double from Cole Turney. A strikeout for Hans Kraus to lead off the game, and then the 1-out walk comes around to score on the double. And an 0-2 coming here to Terrell. Misses 1-2.
Not really seeing the curveball here. He's supposed to have a power curveball. I wonder if we might see it. You guys know I always like to try to call pitches from up here in the broadcast booth, and I'm wrong about 90% of the time, but let's see that curveball, Hans, that we've heard so much about.
Keep calling for it. 1-2. See?
There it is.
That works.
It's not a bad spot, kid. Attaboy.
It's good vision to be able to see how many fingers I put down from up here in the booth.
He's an 80 on the eyesight scale.
Especially these hitters.
The 20 to 80 eyesight scale. It's a 2-2 pitch coming to Terrell. Misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Come on, go get him, kid. Go get him.
Yeah, he's got kind of the classic build here. 6'4", 185. He's already thrown 93, 97, so doesn't really need projection. But you can look at this kid and see he's going to get stronger and throw even harder.
Sammy!
That curveball wasn't a strike that he threw to Terrell earlier in the at-bat, but I like the depth on it. He missed down in the zone with it. He's got a little bit of a changeup, too. Yeah, he might be a little bit pumped up. I mean, you guys have both managed in this game before, and we saw that last year with Riley Pine right off the bat. In last year's game, he wound up being the number 4 overall pick in this year's draft. And he had trouble throwing strikes. But, in terms of pure stuff, there are not many guys in the draft for next year with better stuff than Hans Kraus.
He's committed to USC, is Hans Kraus, and he's in some trouble here with 2 on and 1 out in the top of the first inning for Brady McConnell.
Come on, Hansie, go get him, boy. Let's go.
Turning on at second after the RBI double, and Terrell at first after the walk.
Hey, look out.
Then into McConnell. 1-0.
Hey, Paul, can you get me?
Yeah.
You got me now?
Yeah, what's up?
I don't know. You cut my mic off for the first half inning or so. This is the longest I have not talked during a broadcast. This is unbelievable.
I'm trying to just, rein you in a little bit, because I know you can get a little out of control. You get excited at this game, so.
I do get excited, and I got excited when my man hit that ball up the gap, and we put a biscuit up on the board, didn't I?
Well, now you're messing with it, Bill. Your team's hitting the ball great, drawing walks, hitting doubles with your mic cut off. And now you guys probably aren't going to score again the rest of the game.
Well, what I wanted to talk about, Jim, was, your scouting report on Kraus. Everything was so high across the board. I was wondering if you wanted my guys just to go home and not play this game. Because my boy sitting in the dugout said, we got something for that.
Well, yeah, we got high scouting reports on Cole Turney's bat too. We could 60 Cole Turney's bat. So.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Andre, did it go?
Did not go. 3 balls and a strike.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
So more trouble for Hans Kraus in the first as he deals with Brady McConnell, a 2017 grad from Merritt Island High School in Merritt Island, Florida, and committed to Florida. The 3-1.
Attaboy.
Count runs full 3-2.
McConnell's real interesting.
Hey, get your
we'll
ground
probably
ball,
talk
kid.
about
Let's
him
get out of here. Let's go.
more later, Paul. But I mean, you're talking about a shortstop with a chance to be average or better across the board. He's one of the best prospects in the draft for next year too. He can do it offensively, defensively, good runner too.
3-2 pitch toward right
Get
center
there, get there,
field.
get there.
Moving over and
Attaboy,
making the
get it
catch
in.
is Connor Russell.
All right, I like that, AB.
2 away here in the first. It was interesting. You guys at the banquet last night had a chance to talk to these kids.
Go get him, Hans. Go get him.
Spent some time
Come on, let's
around
go.
them in the last few days. And Wes, I thought what you had to say was really interesting. Just the fact of, even though there's all these scouts, I want you to be a good teammate, but I also want you to play your game. What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, these guys are here to show off their skills. Every individual here has a specific skill that's got them here. You know, whether it's power, arm, you know, their glove, their speed, whatever. I mean, something that's going to, you know, get the scout's attention, maybe for the, you know, be a high draft pick. You know, the ultimate goal here is to get noticed and for a scout to walk away and remember your name because of what you did on the field today. I mean, the win, you know, if you win the game or you lose the game, so be it. It's a showcase. I mean, we all want to win. We're competitors, but you know, for these individuals to walk away with a scout saying, hey, I want that kid because of what he did today, either with his effort, with his glove, his arm, whatever he did, play your game and, you know, open somebody's eyes to who you are.
Come on, Hans, right here, baby. Come on. Make a good pick.
No balls and 2 strikes to Ben Ramirez from Chula Vista, California. Committed to USC. Trying to stay alive here against Kraus. Takes outside a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, Paul, let me hit on what Wes just talked about, because we have fun and we talk back and forth about trying to win this game and wanting to win this game. And by all means, anytime you put the uniform on, it's always more fun to win the game than lose the game. No lie about that. But these kids are here to impress somebody sitting in the stands to watch them. Not one person is here to watch me and Wes some sort of strategy as a manager put into place. So I told my boys, if it's 3-0, I don't care if he threw 12 balls in a row. If it's 3-0 and you get 1 strike to hit, you better be pinning your ears back and swinging at it.
2 on, 2 out, top 1. Here comes a 1-2 pitch from Kraus. Off the end of the bat, up the middle.
Nice.
They go the short
Atta
way.
way, Nick.
Out to Ricardo De La Torre to retire the side, but a run comes in. Bill Ripken's American squad with a 1-0 lead. So the national
think that's
team
up
hit
to Bernie.
after this. Welcome back to the 2016 Under Armour All-America game powered by the Baseball Factory. Hunter Green will pitch here for the American squad. 2017 grad from Notre Dame High School in Stevenson Ranch, California, committed to UCLA, and one of the highest ceiling prospects in the 2017 class. A good reason why he's your #1 prospect here today.
Yeah, and he's going to face the #2 prospect on the list as well here to start off the game. I mean, Hunter Green, as a pitcher, can reach 97 with the fastball, show you a hard breaking ball, has an advanced changeup for a high school kid, throws a lot of strikes, very athletic on the mound. And as we mentioned in the open, if you like him as an infielder, he's got good actions at short and power. We saw him go to the finals of the home run competition.
You held your composure.
This is inside to Jordan Dell, Ricardo De La Torre, and Sam Prater.
For me, that's
next.
what I look for. I don't care if you strike out 3 in a row. I want to see how you bounce back from that. Oh, I just gave up a double, walked a guy, now what I'm on to do. So that's outstanding. Thank you. Seriously, that right there is what's going to make you a better pitcher.
Wes, was that you talking to Hans Kraus?
It was. I wanted to let him know, kind of like when I spoke last night, you know, I want to see how these kids bounce back from failure. You know, he walks a kid, gives up a double, walks the next guy, and
Somebody won it.
Then he comes back and gets the fly ball, ground ball. That's damage control. He could have easily given up 2 or 3 runs that inning if he got out of control or lost his composure. He battled back, he toughened up, and got out of that giving up 1 run. So that to me is going to make him a better pitcher than going out there striking 3 guys out in a row at a game like this.
And Kraus is slated to pitch 2 innings. He's good to go for the second, right? Even though he toiled a little bit in that first.
I mean,
right back up the middle for De La Torre, a 1-out single.
You know, for me, what's bad on these kids' arm is stressful innings. When you throw a lot of pitches in one inning, that's tough on these kids. So we got to kind of watch, see how he feels, and see if he can go.
Wes, I know, I'll just offer a humble suggestion from up here. Jordan Adele, I know he's scheduled not to pitch today, but if you need an arm, we know he's 92, 94 off the mound too. So just a little suggestion, if you need another arm, I wouldn't mind seeing Jordan Adele pitch, even though it's not scheduled. Just trying to help.
This guy can do it all up here, folks.
And on that single by De La Torre, credit to him on that single up the middle. That was a 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
That's two, please. Thank you.
6, 4, 3, double play.
Attaboy!
As Terrell was able to keep his toe on the bag. I promise we'll talk about Sam Prater, a guy who West knows very well, but he grounds into the double play to end it here in the first. Works around that one-out single, and erases the knock. Through 1-0. Back here at Wrigley Field, the 2016 Under Armour All-America game powered by Baseball Factory. Paul Severino, MLBpipeline.com's Jim Callis up in the booth. Wes Helms and Bill Ripken, the managers, mic'd up down on the field. A tale of 2 half innings. 31 pitches in the first inning, 16 strikes for Hans Kraus, who is back out for the top of the second. 7 pitches, 4 strikes for Hunter Green in the bottom half of that inning. And an impressive 7 pitches, too.
It was. He came out firing 97. And actually, the single he gave up was on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. That's the fastest pitch in Under Armour history, tying Tyler Kolek, who was the number 2 pick in the draft 2 years ago, and tying Riley Pine, who was the number 4 pick in the draft this year. And that's why Hunter Green's going to go in a similar range in the 2017 draft.
First pitch swinging for Royce Lewis is retired on a 5-3 putout. 1 quick out here in the second.
Hey, Wes.
Yes.
Is that what it looks like when the ground ball is hit to the third baseman, he takes his time and throws a rocket across the diamond?
Yeah, that looked pretty good.
Yeah, it did.
Ball hit, I was always told, ball hit dirt, come get it.
Ryan Valade over there at third today, committed to Oklahoma State, 2017 grad from Frisco High School in Frisco, Texas.
Ooh.
Attaboy.
Green takes.
All right, now we might see some shimmying because he threw his first pitch hook in there for a strike, so he might get a little frisky right now.
Yeah, we told him he's got to start mixing it up a little bit.
Ball top.
Back-to-back curves. I don't think he threw 2 curveballs in the first inning. I just remember seeing the one. So
yeah, Tim Hudson and I were in here. Tim actually brought it to my attention and said, "Hey, Wes, he's falling in love with that fastball too much. We got to start mixing it."
He tripled out.
Well,
hey, get one you want.
Come on, kid.
we've talked a lot about Hunter Green already, not just a talented pitcher. Pitching's probably where he's going to get drafted last year, but he's got big power and good infield actions, too.
Attaboy!
How about that from Valade over at third, boys?
Hey, Wes.
Yes.
You talked about your boy at first base in the open. I ain't taking anything away from third base play, but you talked about major power out of your first baseman and good footwork around the bag. And I think if you look at that video board, that's pretty evident of how he did that.
It is. I'll tell you, Billy, helping coach high school baseball the last few years, you don't see a lot of good high school first basemen. They struggle around the bag with their footwork because they just hadn't learned it yet. And this kid's pretty special with his footwork. Andrew
Papantanis steps in.
Hi, boy.
Takes 93, a ball and no strikes.
Really
Papantanis from Glen Gardner, New Jersey, a 2017 grad from Delabarton High School, committed to Virginia.
I was going to say there's a lot of talented defensive players in this game. I mean, obviously, when you're getting picked to play in a game like this as a position player, you're going to have some offensive firepower. A lot of these guys do, but a lot of these guys are good all-around players. Valade, Prado, Brady McConnell's a good all-around player. Adele's a very good center fielder. Nick Allen's a very good shortstop. A lot of defensive star power in this game too. Both catchers, Melendez and Prater.
That way, Hans. That way, kid.
Now, it's probably not something that you guys will do, obviously, too much. Obviously, you help coach these guys over the course of these couple of days here. But I just wonder, with a guy like Kraus, and all of the shimmy, shakes, and everything else, when is it too much? Is that something that you could, at least not necessarily you guys make the change, but just talk with coaches about, hey, maybe settle things down, simplify things a little bit? Is that something you guys get into, Bill?
Wesley, he's your guy. I'll let you have the first crack at it.
Hold on 1 second. Say that again.
You're going to make me start with 2 strikes and 2 outs?
Oh, he quick pitched him.
I'll hold that thought,
So
Wes.
the answer, Paul, is you don't change it
You
if
don't
it's
change
working
it.
right now.
Fair enough. All right. All right, he strikes out Papantanis to end the inning, a 1-2-3 second here in Chicago. Our managers Bill Ripken and Wes Helms are mic'd up throughout the game as well. New pitcher. Again, we'll see tons of changes throughout this game. It's a showcase, so everybody wants to get their time, and certainly will. D.L. Hall takes over from Warner Robins, Georgia. 2017 grad, Houston County High School, and committed to FSU. He'll face 4, 5, and 6 here in the second inning. First pitch to Connor Usselton is in there for a called strike. Nick Prado and Ryan Valade are behind Usselton. The 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Dang, I'm 94 right there.
Usselton is from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 2017 grad from Southmore High School.
I hear everything. They don't
Get that foot down, baby. Let's go.
And he is the number 9 prospect on your list, Jim Counts.
Yeah, this is a good matchup. Usselton, you look at the build, 6'4", 195. You know he's going to get stronger. He's got a nice approach at the plate, like the swing. He can drive the ball to all fields. Good outfielder, just good all-around player. And D.L. Hall is one of the best pitchers we're going to see today, too. Kind of a study in contrast to Hunter Green, who can come after you with power. Hall's more of a, I'd say, a pitchability guy, although we saw him pop a 94. Came in with a curveball. Right off the first pitch. He's got 3 pitches he can throw for strikes. Just very, very polished.
Mark him, let's go.
Wes and Bill, another thing that you guys mentioned an awful lot, and it wasn't just you, also Steve Bernhardt, who we'll talk to during this game. Bill, he's on your coaching staff, is you guys were really high, really on the character of these kids. The talent we know every year is going to be top-notch, but the character of these kids is, I'll let you say it. Is this as high as it's been? Called strike 3 for out number 1. Bill, go ahead. We'll get back to Bill in a sec. Closer look at the scouting report here for D.L. Hall.
Yeah, like I was saying, I mean, there's 3 pretty good pitches, and I think his ability to use them stands out as much as the pure stuff. It's low 90s, breaking ball. He's got a changeup with life. I like the fact, right-handed hitter there, he's left-handed. Comes inside, right on the corner, strike 3, 93 miles an hour.
Come on, kid. Hey, guys, I'll hit on that character thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the guys this year, I mean, every year's been great, but this year it's a special group. Tim Hudson, Billy, all of us were talking last night at the banquet how awesome these guys have been, how thankful they are. It's yes sir, no sir, and you can just tell that they are thankful to be here. They're humbled. And to me, that speaks for itself, because when you got the talent of these boys as young as they are, it's so hard not to be cocky or not to take things for granted. And these boys, you can tell, are hard workers, and they want it. They want the success, and they're going to do everything they can to get it, but they're thankful along the way. They're thanking the coaches, they're thanking Under Armour, they're thanking Baseball Factory. For me, that speaks more than anything they'll do on this baseball field.
You know what, I couldn't agree with you more, and we greeted the parents and the kids last night at the banquet, and my part of that, to add on to that, was parents, you ought to be proud of your kids, and not because they can go out there on the baseball field and play. This has been a collective group. No matter who you've talked to about them, when you address them, they look at you. They usually say, yes, sir, thank you, sir, okay, coach. Maybe in that order. And it's pretty impressive to see, because all these kids have talent. I don't think there's any question about that. They wouldn't be here if they didn't. And they all have big things in their future, and they don't take anything for granted. And I think they're very respectful for the opportunity they've been given, and they've shown that respect back tenfold to everybody involved here.
A 3-2 pitch coming to Nick Prado.
Attaboy.
Take it off the
All right,
back.
here we go, let's go.
Now a walk or hit batter, whatever the case is. There is a runner on and nobody out.
All right,
here in
let's
the
go.
second.
That's all right, give me a ground ball now.
Prado's actually here. This is a cool story, too. Prado's actually here with his teammate, Hagen Danner, both from Huntington Beach High School. Maybe a bit of a glancing blow there. And those two kids not only playing together here, playing together in high school, but also played together in the Little League World Series when their team beat Japan in 2011. And a check over there at Prado, and the USC commit is back in time.
And I believe Prado had the walk-off hit in the Little League World Series as well.
Come on, Ryan, get him, kid. Let's go, let's go.
Well, Jim, you mentioned it. Here it is, 2011. Younger. I mean, these kids are like 11 now, but when he was actually 11 or 12 years old, 1-1 in the bottom of the 6th, a base hit to win the Little League World Series. I mean, when you're 11, 12 years old and you've already realized a dream, I mean, that's really saying something.
It is, and he won a gold medal last year as a pitcher with the U.S. Baseball national team as well. And I think those kind of experiences, it's not playing in the World Series at the big league level, but those kind of experiences only make you better as a player. You're playing in events like the College World Series, this event, Little League World Series, U.S. national team. There's a little bit more on the line than in your typical game, and it makes guys better players.
All right, come on, kid.
Ryan Belay down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. He's already made a couple of nice plays at third this afternoon, and he takes outside a ball and 2 strikes.
All right, make a pitch here.
And he won the home run derby before the game as well, beating top 2 guys on our prospect list, Hunter Green and Jordan Adele. 9 home runs in the final round. He seems to like hitting here.
And committed to Oklahoma State, and not the first time that we've said this, may not be the last either, but another one whose dad is a coach at a high level. He was coached in the minors a little bit. Now he's at OK State. Runner goes, throw down to second is
Attaboy.
On the money, but
Good
not
job,
in time.
Kid, baby. Get him in, Ryan. Get him in.
That was a nice throw by Melendez. Not, a good jump by Prado, but got that down there very quick. We don't have a stopwatch up here for pop time, but that looks sub 2 seconds and right on the bag.
You can ask around. There's 1,000 scouts. I'm sure there's a there's a stopwatch somewhere.
There might be a couple in the ballpark today.
It looked like the right foot of Prado may have kicked that one loose.
Let's go.
So he's on second base with a stolen base as Valade stays alive. Another look.
You were mentioning, coaching connections, growing up around the game. Both of our managers today grew up around the game. Wes Helms, Bill Ripken. How much? I feel like it's a cliche, and I write it about every one of these guys. Oh, he's got great instincts because he grew up around the game. But how much does that help guys growing up around the game?
Well, I think it just gives you certain opportunities and puts you in an atmosphere that you kind of might get more comfortable with right now. It never hurts to be around. But I do think now, the way things are going in today's game and the amount of exposure, the amount of games that these kids are playing at the 12-year-old level, then when they get into high school and events like this, it's allowing even the guy that's not afforded the opportunity to grow up in the game initially to be around the game much more than I ever was. I couldn't imagine only playing 18 or so high school games in a year without that luxury of being able to pick your dad's brain, as we always call, me and Cal always call Senior the baseball encyclopedia. A through Z, I thought we thought he knew as much as anybody else in the game. But the way this game is now and the opportunities that are out there, if the parents are willing, these kids all have the opportunity to basically grow up around the game.
It's interesting that you mentioned that, Bill, and obviously we have a lot of scouting reports for these kids throughout, but we also have your scouting report here, and the first thing on the list here is settled, intelligent game, a competent second baseman, consistent at every skill. So I guess to your point, it's just kind of when you have that sounding board to bounce off of. Obviously your brother was pretty good too, and he's 4, 5, 6 years older than you?
4.5.
All right.
But you're right, though. I mean, we had that luxury, and it was amazing because our mother turned into a pretty good baseball gal herself. I can remember calling home from AA in Charlotte, North Carolina, and saying,
right,
you know what?
on.
I'm struggling. I'm hitting these fly balls to right field on balls that I should be hitting. And Mom would try to chime in on the answer. And I'd say, okay, is Dad there? And then Dad would get on the phone. But she heard those conversations when she was on the third line, as much as when Cal was away in the minor league struggling and Dad had all the answers. So it was only through osmosis that Mom picked up some of that too. But we had some pretty good sounding boards in the family for sure.
What about you, Wes?
I agree. I mean, when you grow up around baseball, I think the instincts are going to be better. You're going to kind of create a feel for the game that you don't get when you don't grow up around it. And, you know, just to be around baseball, I can remember growing up, I mean, that's all I wanted to do was, uh-oh, let's go, let's go, let's go!
Down the right field line, and it will bounce into the corner. This will score 2 easily. Throw to third, not in time. A 2 RBI triple for Heliot Ramos. And it's a 2-1 lead for the national squad.
Told you we got to score to win, boys. Atta baby.
From Monalvo, Puerto Rico,
nice
a 2017 grad from Leadership Christian Academy, just goes the other way.
Hey, great jump, great
Cole
jump.
Turney had a long way to go to get to this one. Was able to corral it, but not before. Ramos ends up at third with a 2-ribby triple. And the first pitch to Cole Brannon.
Again,
is in there.
I like the fact, Paul, that he gets a pitch up. It's a little bit of a hanger. And again, he takes it where it was pitched. He doesn't try to pull it out of the park and maybe roll over on it. He just drives it almost down the park all the way down the right field line. We've seen some good opposite field hitting in this game from Cole Turney in the first inning, who had to chase that ball down, and now from Heliot Ramos.
So again, that'll bring up Cole Brannon here with the third run.
Come on, Battle, get
90
the guy
feet
in.
away.
Let's go.
Brandon from Elko, Georgia, a 2017 grad from the Westfield School and committed to Georgia Southern.
I don't know what it is in Georgia. They always have these athletic outfielders. Cole Brandon's another one. Center fielder, 6'4" speed in the 60. Strong arm as well. Good bat speed. I mean, you can see all 5 tools in this guy.
There you go. Attaboy.
Paints the outside part of the plate. Second strikeout of the inning for D.L. Hall. And they're 2 away.
Get in with 2. Let's go. Come on, Nick. Do your thing, kid. Let's go.
Ball in.
You'll get him. Come on. You'll get him.
And now it's the shortstop, Nick Allen, stepping to the plate with 1 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the second inning.
Come on, Nick.
Allen from San Diego, California, 2017 grad of Francis Parker High School and committed to USC.
Seems like you've mentioned a lot of potential future Trojans today.
I have.
The,
There's a lot of kids that are going to, they're at least committed. And that's the other thing, too, right? I mean, you will say committed, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll play there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, unlike the other sports, baseball, you can get drafted out of high school. I guess you can in hockey, too. And in baseball, you can even get drafted, even if you don't want to be drafted. You can get drafted.
Come on, you can do it.
And guys will make a run at you. So, yeah, your recruiting classes, Paul, a lot of times look better now than they do a year from now when these guys have signed. But you got to try to get these guys, so sometimes some of them sneak through. There was a supplemental first-round pick in this year's draft, Nick Lodolo by the Pirates, who's going to go to TCU.
Let's go.
Got time.
Second walk of the inning for D.L. Hall to also add to the hit batter. A couple of runs have come around to score on the triple from Heliot Ramos. He's over at third, and of course Nick Allen is over at first. The entire infield comes in to try to settle down D.L. Hall.
Hey, I have to mention Nick Allen is the shortest player in All-America history.
And he's 6'1".
Yep.
That just goes to show you. I mean, again, I hate to do this. I'm younger than you guys. I hate to say that, but I will. But when I was in high school, and I'm sure when you guys were in high school, kids were not this big.
No, they're not. No, way the heck. No, I never faced guys this big in high school. I just showed you, man, it's different now. These boys are bigger and stronger and faster every year.
Right.
That'll bring up Jordan Adele.
Hey, nice try,
Come on, Jordan.
Who takes low and in.
Get in the
Ball
1.
1.
Let's go.
Adele in center field this afternoon. He's committed to Louisville, the number 2 prospect on Jim's list. He had a very impressive afternoon with the power stroke in the home run derby.
Gave it a good run, wound up losing to Valade. Came in third of the 3 finalists, but he was crushing some balls into the left field bleachers. Even hit a couple over the bleachers onto the street.
4 onto Waveland, to be exact, and 1 off the video board. That's big boy territory out there on the Waveland.
I remember seeing Lucan Baker do that last year before going on to star this year at TCU. Got to see him again at the College World Series, and Lucan Baker was a pitching prospect. But I remember Lucan hit, I think it was at least a half dozen out there on the Waveland last year.
Runner goes, yanked down the left field line, and foul.
Good try.
Not by much.
Attaboy.
Bill, that's right on your eye line, right? You knew that immediately, didn't you?
No, I was begging. I had the tin cup and the dancing monkey out for sure. I need to do a little begging on that one.
See just how close this was.
Come on, kid.
Wow. I would say less than a foot.
Come on, kid. Get him in. Let's go.
1-2.
So this will be the 40th pitch of the inning for Hall.
And very uncharacteristic for him because he's more of a – the stuff's good, but he's more of a pitchability guy. He has some of the best pitchability in this game, but had a little trouble finding the strike zone. That said, I mean, he popped a couple 94s, which is – the reports I had was he topped out at 93 from talking to people, so maybe he's amped up a little bit, throwing the ball a little bit harder than usual, but having a little bit less control and command than he would normally have. And we've seen that happen to kids in this game. I mean, you're playing in Wrigley Field. You may have played in a big league ballpark in an event here or there, but I would say most of these guys, except for the couple that were in the game last year, Jordan Adele was one, have not played in Wrigley Field.
Did he go? He did.
All right, here we go. Get
so
in.
DL Hall notches 3 strikeouts in the inning. The only problem was the damage done in and around it.
Here we go, boys. Good inning. Good
2 walks, a hit batter, and a big triple. 2 runs come around to score on the Hilliard Ramos 3-base hit in the right field corner. 2-1 here in Chicago. Welcome back to the 2016 Under Armour All-America game powered by Baseball Factory with MLBPipeline.com's Jim Callis. I'm Paul Severino here at Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's a hot day so far, so good in terms of the rain. We've seen some threats of thunderstorms in the area. So far, we have avoided those. I hope I didn't just jinx things as we move along to the top of the 3rd inning. And a 2-1 deficit here for the American squad, who's got 1, 2, and 3 due up. That one misses. 2 balls and no strikes to Quentin Holmes. Will be followed by M.J. Melendez and Cole Turney. Also happy to be joined this half inning by Steve Bernhardt, who is on the coaching staff with Bill Ripken. Steve, thanks so much for taking the time, and thanks again for putting on what is, as always, a first-class event.
We do it every year.
We certainly do, too. A walk, a 4-pitch walk to Quentin Holmes. So walk us through your background a little bit and obviously how you're tied to this event.
Well, I'm a vice president for Baseball Factory. We go around the country and have for over 20 years now trying to help high school and youth players develop, get better, and ultimately play at the next level, most of which is college. But for many of these guys out here, the elite guys, it'll be at the professional level. So I've been with them for a number of years and fortunate enough now to be chairman of the selection committee for this Under Armour All-America game. And we get to scour the U.S. and Puerto Rico and Canada.
Hold it!
A lot going on there, sorry.
Luke, can you please tell him to calm down? My goodness.
He's intense. We love it. So we look for the best guys, and each year the 40 that we think are most deserving we invite here for an incredible weekend of activities in Chicago. Under Armour does an amazing job, and it culminates with this great game at Wrigley Field.
How many hours, Steve, do you and your staff put into the selection process? I mean, unbelievable field of players, but I mean, how long does it take to put that group together?
Get it in, get it in.
It's over a year process. I mean, we try and track and get history on guys. You know, probably starting in that sophomore year of high school, sometimes even earlier for some guys that stand out right away. But we track them and we see them at our events, and a lot of times, you know, just like major league organizations, we try and see them multiple times to get the history to get it right. And we have a great network of scouts and our staff that go out and see guys everywhere, and we have conviction about guys that we like, and if we feel like they deserve it, we invite them here. And you know, it's worked out pretty well. This is an inexact science, as you know, scouting, but we've had a lot of good players at this game.
Yeah, Baseball Factory events featured more than 400 players who have played or do play in the major leagues. I mean, that is an insane number as this bat goes flying into the seats over Steve's head, over the first base dugout. Hopefully everything's okay down there. See some kids battling for a bat, so that's a good sign for sure. When you hear those numbers, Steve, of all the guys that as you mentioned have played in this game or played in your Baseball Factory events, what does that mean to you?
Well, it's great. It means that hopefully we've had some influence either on the field or off the field in helping their career, helping their development as a player and a person, and it looks like, you know, they're on their road to being successful, or at least have that opportunity. We all love this game of baseball. It's great. Not a lot of guys get to make a living doing it, but a lot of the players that play here in the Under Armour game have gotten that opportunity, and now they're starting to matriculate to the major leagues. And a lot of them are top prospects now in the minor leagues as well.
Yeah, both MVPs last year, Bryce Harper, Josh Donaldson, Baseball Factory alums as well, as that one misses to Cole Turney.
Well, what I think is really great about what you guys do at Baseball Factory too, Steve, is that, I mean, the fans focus on the MVPs and the big leaguers, but you're not just, those aren't the only players you're trying to help. I mean, I think the stat I saw on the release you guys have, 75,000 players have come through your guys' programs and gone to college, played college baseball. I mean, you guys aren't just helping guys get to the big leagues. You're helping players who maybe aren't that talented have a chance at getting a college education or part of their college education paid for. I mean, it seems like Baseball Factory really can help any level of baseball play.
Yeah, thank you, Jim. I appreciate you saying that. That's what we really take pride in at Baseball Factory is helping a lot of players. There aren't a whole lot that have this type of talent level of the 40 here, but there are plenty who are good baseball players, who are very good students, who are good people, good teammates, and if we can help make them better on the field, give the family a little bit of guidance in that college search process, and ultimately, like you said, let them be part of a team for 2 years at a junior college or 4 years at a four-year school and get their education. You can't beat that. That's what we're trying to have for all of the players that enter our program.
Steve, you kind of emceed the event, for lack of a better word, last night, and you know, we talked with Wes and Bill about their thoughts on the character of specifically this crop of kids, but that was something that you mentioned last night as well.
Yeah, it really has struck all of us. I mean, normally we have really good kids at this, but this year, for some reason, it stood out to all of us.
He got him.
Terrell, deep left center field. The ballpark will hold it, but not by much, as Cole Brandon makes the catch, slams into the ivy to make the catch, but a run comes in to score. A loud sac fly for Alex Terrell to even things up. Sorry, Steve, go ahead.
No problem. I like the game action better anyway. Yeah, this group is really well-mannered, very humble, very appreciative of everything Under Armour's done for them here and of the opportunity. And look out for one another. Very polite to all the staff, the people in the hotel, just have handled themselves really well. It's a mature group, it's a professional group, and that goes a long way. I think we've always thought character's important. I think more and more major league organizations are taking that into consideration. I know I get a lot of calls leading up to the draft from players we've been around in this game for different teams, asking what was he like, how did he handle himself, all those kind of things, and I've got nothing but great things to say about this group.
It'll be a 1-0 pitch from Tanner Burns to Brady McConnell. Mentioned that Burns, by the way, is committed to Alabama. He's trying to work around some trouble in this inning, but just gave up the sac fly to even things up. You mentioned Under Armour. They, again, with Baseball Factory, put on just an amazing event, and it's more than just this game. It's 4 days around this, 3 or 4 days around this, and they also take pretty good care of the kids. I mean, these guys look pretty sharp right now.
They do. The gear is second to none for sure, and we know how. Not even just the players, our staff loves it too, our on-field staff when they get here. But they take such great care of them. We stay at a beautiful hotel. Their meals are outstanding. I mean, it really is first class. And it's a taste for these guys of the big league lifestyle. And for many of them, it motivates them. They want to get back there. It may be some years now before they get treated like this again, but they get a feel for it, a taste for it, and they want to have it every day.
And whether it's Wes or Bill or Tim Hudson or Eric Milton or any of the other guys that are on the coaching staffs, being able to learn from former big leaguers, what does that mean to these kids?
It's tremendous, and it's so nice of those guys to come back and do this, and they really do it for the players. You know, we have a taste watching Bill on the MLB Network of what a terrific tactician he is, how well he knows the game. When you see him in his element on the field with these guys at our workout day, actually instructing the infielders, I mean, he makes them better in a short period of time. makes them think a little bit bigger than they probably have in the past and helps prepare them for that next level. And our other guys do the same thing. Wes is terrific. He worked with the hitters this year. Obviously, he had a successful big league career. And then to have Tim Hudson and Eric Milton spending time with the pitchers. A couple of them threw some light bullpens, and Tim's down there talking to them, working with them, talking through it, even talking to our catchers about how to handle pitchers. It's invaluable experiences being shared with these guys at a young age to hopefully help accelerate their careers.
Well, Steve, I really do appreciate the time. I know that you mentioned you like the game action. We got quite a bit of it right now with 2 on and 2 out. So keep up the good work. Again, thanks for your part in hosting this event. We hope to see you again next year. This is great. Keep it up.
Thanks very much. We appreciate it, guys.
You got it.
Okay, let's go.
Again, big thanks to Steve Bernhardt, all of the folks at Baseball Factory who with Under Armour put on a tremendous event right now. Trouble for Tanner Burns, however. 3 walks in this inning, and it ends like that with a pick off of the runner at second. Cole Turney, a bit anxious at second, throws behind the runner and gets out of trouble. Bill Ripken and Wes Helms, the managers this afternoon, mic'd up as well. Nice day. It's a little hot, it's a little steamy, but again, at least there's no rain thus far. We are tied at 2 as we head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. As
he's got big power. I think we're going to get to see him hit later in the game. And Bill, I have a question for you, and I know I give you a hard time about this every year, but it's true. When I look at the talent on these clubs, and there's a lot of talent on both, my top 10 prospects in the game, somehow 7 of them wound up on your roster, including the first 4 pitchers you're going to use. You got another one we'll see next inning. Why does that always happen in this game?
I think that's just you trying to stir up some stuff, Jim, with some of your skewed scouting reports that you might be throwing out there. I bet you if you ask Wes right now, if he's got some talent on his team, he's going to say, you bet I got some talent on my team. What are you trying to stir up there, Jimmy?
That was definitely fielded there, Bill. That was definitely fielded. Wes does have a talented team, but I think if you polled the scouts in attendance today, I think you might have a few higher draft picks, at least early first rounders, than he does. And it seems like it's that way every year. You always get the most talented roster for some reason.
Hey, Wes, are you buying that, or where do you stand on that, Wes?
Hey, I have no comment on that. I cannot say anything right or wrong with that.
I don't know how to take that.
Nobody's denying this.
I guess talented players gravitate towards Bill. Maybe that's just what it is. I don't know.
Could be.
Well, he is the legend, so, you know.
Oh, here it goes.
He is the legend.
Here it is.
Sam Prater is a kid who, Wes, you know very well. Is that right?
I do. You know, he's committed to Alabama. He came to me about a year ago and needed.
That actually sounds like a little insider trading stuff going on right there. I'm accused of having a stacked roster, but yet Wes is allowed to actually work with one of his players all year long and then bring them with him, like in his suitcase, to the game. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, pretty much. I can't deny it. I mean, I'd be lying. Pretty much. Sam was a kid that talked to Bernie about, and, you know, I have to say I don't think they brought him because of me. I hope they didn't. I hope they did it because the player he is, but, you know, Billy can say that about me on that one.
I will say, Wes, and I've heard the same thing about
Here in the 3rd, back to Chicago in a moment. As it is a 2-2 ball game heading to the top half of the 4th inning. New pitcher is Ben Jordan. Olive Hill, Kentucky, a 2017 grad from West Carter County High School, and one of the tallest drinks of water in this game, 6'9", 220, committed to Kentucky. And comes as no surprise that in the scouting report it says size makes him a presence on the mound.
I'll bet he also throws with impressive downhill playing, Paul. But you know, I was going to ask you. I wondered if he might be the tallest player in Under Armour history at 6'9", except Wes has got a 6'10" pitcher on his team. We'll see later. So I think 6'10's got to be the record. So Wes has got the shortest player in Under Armour history with 5'9" Nick Allen.
Yep.
And he's got a 6'9" guy and a 6'10" guy. When you get a picture of those guys standing next to each other.
Hey, so let me get this straight on roster construction again. So Wes has a 6'9" guy and a 6'10" guy, downward plane gas. Huh, okay.
Well, they're bouncing out the 5'9" shortstop, who, oh, by the way, is one of the best defensive shortstop scouts I've seen in a while.
Okay, there's another one. I think you better go ahead and reevaluate all those scouting reports you got up there on the construction.
Well, I think what we're saying, Bill, is all 40 players in the game are supremely talented. But again, of the top 10, you somehow wound up with 7 on your roster. Again, I'm going to have to do some research into the past, but every year it seems you always have an extra player on my top 10. I don't know why that is. I don't set the rosters.
Me neither.
I don't know. I bet you have a little bit more say than I do. I just suspect.
Attaboy.
There's one inside, the inside corner, that is. 1 ball and a strike to Ben Ramirez, who grounded into an inning-ending fielder's choice back in the first. There's a split screen of Nick Allen, who was on base earlier, and Ben Jordan, who's on the mound right now.
The two interesting things to me about Ben Jordan being 6'9" is he's got pretty good body control. A lot of times you see teenagers that size, it's arms and legs everywhere, and they have trouble throwing strikes. That's not the case with him. And for a big guy, he doesn't throw hard yet. Granted, he's still just a rising senior, but we saw 92. He'll go 89, 92, 93. Yeah, but you look 6'9", 220. You could definitely get a lot more strength on that frame. He could be a monster in a few years.
3-hopper up the middle, backhand off balance throw, not in time, but a nice job by Ricardo De La Torre to get there. It'll go down as an infield single for Ben Ramirez.
He needs to hit the ball away from De La Torre, because first time up, De La Torre was at shortstop and made the smooth play up the middle for the fielder's choice. He might wind up trying to find out where Ricardo is not stationed and not hit it in his vicinity.
Well, you got to like he's staying up the middle.
Yeah.
Right? I'm a silver lining guy. He's staying up the middle. And he leads off at first as Royce Lewis will step in. Lewis committed to UC Irvine, and the number 5 high school prospect in this game, according to our pal Jim Callis.
You know, Paul, you talked about Nick staying up the middle. I think the man has the capabilities of playing shortstop at the few next levels that he might want to attend. And sometimes when you see a guy that size, they say, okay, the automatic thing is to maybe make him a second baseman. But there is absolutely nothing wrong with the way he throws the ball across the diamond from shortstop. So I think he has the ability to play short and stay at short.
Yeah, Nick Allen, a San Diego kid, looked up to Khalil Green growing up. With all due respect to Khalil Green, that's not always the first kind of big leaguer on the tip of your tongue when it comes to modeling your game after. But a guy who was certainly in the mix for Rookie of the Year and had a nice major league career.
Yeah, he did. And the thing is too, Nick Allen, not a big guy at 5'9", 155, but he's not just a little slappy guy who's an easy out at the plate. He's not going to be a big power guy, but he's got some feel for the barrel. I think he can hit enough to play at big league level too as a regular. That defense has a chance to be special.
Another interesting thing about Nick Allen, as we talk about his defense, not only can he read hops well, according to scouting reports, but he also took a dance class in high school just for the credits. But he says that it did help him with his footwork. So to Bill's point, as that one trickles back to the backstop, Ramirez moves to second on the wild pitch.
Oh, man.
Perhaps the footwork, Bill, is something in that game of Nick Allen's at short that could keep him there long term.
Well, I don't know about if I want to comment on the dance class he took for credits. I will say this: he's got good enough footwork to play short. I know that. Right. I don't know how he does with his little pirouettes or spins. I don't know, but I know he can play short.
That's all we ask. Tapped and foul, as Lewis was still in the box when it hit him. So a dead ball, and back to second goes Ramirez.
All right, battle him right now.
Lewis led off the second inning by grounding to third. Vilade made a nice play, a couple of nice plays in that inning.
I have to say about Nick as well, Steve Bernhardt told us this morning that he was the only kid that was all out on every workout showcase that he was a part of this year that Baseball Factory saw him out. Everything he did was 110%, and he was full bore on every single thing he was asked to do, and I think that's pretty special.
Be a 2-2 coming to Royce Lewis.
Attaboy!
All right, come on, kid, let's go.
Take you back a couple of pitches ago, or is this one, as we mentioned, hit him in the box, and that's how it was not an infield ground out. Instead, just a foul ball, and the at-bat has been extended to another 2-2 coming here to Royce Lewis, who was the Trinity League MVP as a sophomore, a 2017 grad from Junipero Serra High School in Aliso Viejo, California. He fouls that one off to stay alive.
Yeah, he's one of the better players in this game, of course, on Bill's team. 5-tool potential, hit for average, hit for power, good run, good arm. I think the question on him is, where does he wind up? He's played center, he's played some short. Some guys see him as a second baseman, but wherever he winds up, those tools will play just about anywhere.
Chopped foul and staying alive yet again.
That boy Royce, keep battling.
Oh, Ben, come on, kid.
Fight.
Safe.
Good throw, Sam. Attaboy.
So a strikeout, and safe over there at third is Ramirez. So he moves to third with less than 2 outs. And that'll bring up Hunter Green.
Good jump on that one by Ramirez. He's
Good
more of
good
a
battle, good battle.
average runner, got a good jump, and even though Prater didn't throw him out, every time we've seen Prater make a couple really nice throws on steals. Gets rid of the ball quick, ball's right on the bag.
So again, as has been the case and will continue to be the case throughout, well, we've got this split second here as you see this throw down to third, which was just barely late. We should reset the defense a bit for you. Usselton is in left, Ramos in center, and Adele is in right.
Attaboy,
as
Sam.
that one's in the dirt to Hunter Green. A ball to no strikes.
Hey,
Blades
Wes.
over at third. Hold on a sec, Bill. Hall's at short, and Allen at second with Prado
Hey,
at
Wes.
first.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I know how your boy Sam just threw that ball to third. That was a good jump at the second base, but I think that right there, what he just did, man on third, ball in the dirt, and just blocking that, that's where this man is going to be here and do some things in this game, because he can block balls in the dirt and throw like that. There's going to be a spot for him.
I agree. That gives your pitcher all the confidence in the world here with that runner on third with 1 out. He can bounce something and know that the catcher's going to block it. He doesn't have to be too fine with his pitches here because he's got a base open, but if he's scared that the catcher is not going to block it, he's not going to do it.
Hot shot toward first, right at Prado for out number 2. Well, Wes, you had him played perfectly there.
Hey, I told them to do what they wanted to do.
Swing it, dude.
No, that was
Can't do
awesome.
anything about that.
That's actually a good piece of hitting too, to stay inside the ball and runner on third right there to drive a pitch. That was just good placement, and bad placement by the hitter, good placement by the fielder. All right, get out of this. Let's go.
So 2 outs now for
Call, Ben.
Andrew Papantanis. Struck out back in the second inning, and bats here with the potential go-ahead run 90 feet away in the fourth.
Attaboy.
All right, see it. It's all right.
So
Attaboy, Nick.
78 miles an hour from a kid who's 6'9". How about that?
Yeah, he's throwing a lot. Like I said, good body control for a big guy. He's throwing a lot of strikes, and I like the fact that you think big guy that he's going to come out and just try to blow the ball by you, but he's mixed pitches. He's thrown some mid-80s. I don't know if that's his cutter that he was throwing, if he has a cutter, but I like the way he's mixed his pitches, and he's not just a big guy with arm strength. He's got some pitchability, and he's got an idea of mixing pitches out there on the mound.
All right, Ben, let's go, kid.
0-2.
Told us that he likes Bryce Harper's hard work ethic and how Jeff Samardzija battles, and he's battling right here to try to keep this a 2-2 ball game
Fight.
with an 0-2 count on Papantanis and 2 away here in the fourth.
Ooh.
That's
In
not
the
where you want your
hands.
0-2 pitch right there.
No. Come on, kid, be smart. Oh, Sammy.
Another look at this 0-2 pitch.
He actually hung it too much.
A little wrinkle in it there.
0-2.
Tell you what I like about him, though, at 6'9", and even if it's just 92 or 93, that 78-mile-an-hour hook, the 84-mile-an-hour slider, and then when he does throw that heater at 92, 93, it doesn't look like he's trying, and he gets on these hitters in a hurry. Like that.
Like that. Nice job.
92 on the gun. Second strikeout of the inning.
Hey, had a way to block
Works
it,
around
Sammy.
a leadoff base hit to
Let's go,
retire
let's
the
go,
next
let's go.
three.
Great
We are
job.
3.5
Sam,
here
good
at
block.
Wrigley.
Outstanding.
Tied at 2. Back here, the 2016 Under Armour All-America game powered by Baseball Factory. Paul Severino, MLBpipeline.com's Jim Callis in the booth. Wes Helms, Bill Ripken, the managers on the field, mic'd up throughout as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. The new pitcher is Alex Scherf.
Woo.
And the 0-1 pitch gets
97.
in on the hands of Nick Prado, a ball and a strike. For Scherf, he's from Colleyville, Texas, a 2017
Come on,
grad
Prado,
from
get him, kid.
Prestonwood Christian High School, committed to Arizona State. Was a football player for 3 years in high school, didn't or won't play his senior year. And it says that's his decision as he
It's all right.
chop block there on Prado for.
I don't know what Wes is telling his hitters yesterday about getting hit with pitches. I mean, my guys aren't getting hit. These pitches aren't that bad. These guys are sticking their foot out. I don't know what Wes is up to today.
Well, that's the second time Prado's been hit by a pitch, so maybe it's just him.
Yeah, what do you do to your team, Bill? Why are your guys hitting me with curveballs?
I think it's Wes over there trying to be a little sneaky.
We got to get some base runners.
He's got a 6'9" guy, a 6'10" guy.
I had to get a base runner on from my home run king right here.
Which, by the way, this was my sleeper.
Oh.
Before the home run derby started, I picked this guy.
Yes.
So regardless of what happens in this game, I'm taking a 1-0 victory because I picked him to win the derby. And he did it. That's right.
Did you tell anybody before he won the derby?
He did.
I did. I told Wes.
He told me. I give him credit. He did pick him as a sleeper. He
Hey,
did.
hey, Jim, stop laying in the weeds up there trying to stir stuff up because that's really what you're doing right now.
Prado leads off of first. Here's the pitch to Valade.
Come on, get that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
He
go.
broke
Get
it back
second.
towards
Atta
second.
boy.
Only one play to first. And that is out number 1. A look back from earlier this afternoon. Valade put
All right,
on
get him in.
quite a show in the home run derby. There again were 8 kids. They all did an amazing job. But Valade, my goodness, with the cuts he was taking this afternoon, Jim. Wow.
Yeah, no, he looked really good. He beat the 2 best
All right, good
prospects in the
approach, good
game.
approach. Run it in on your left.
Hunter Green and Jordan Adele in the finals. And during the game today, we haven't
All right,
seen
get
him
him
get a
in, let's
hole in
go.
one, but we have seen two pretty nice plays at third. Nice all-around day for him so far.
So Heliot Ramos swings and misses through that
He has got a good
fastball,
fastball.
96 miles an hour. Yeah, that's absolutely right, Wes. In fact, the scouts say that the fastball from Scherf is one of the best in the class.
Oh, definitely. And that was 96 from the stretch.
Yeah.
He's also got one of the better
Watch
changeups
him.
in the class. I had somebody tell me you could put a 60 on the changeup. There's 96 from the stretch again. He's got a pretty hard slider, too, that's not too bad. This isn't a comp, but his story reminds a little bit about Forrest Whitley. We saw Forrest Whitley here last year at the Under Armour game. He pitched a clean second inning. There were a lot of walks. It was one of the cleanest innings we saw.
Come on, let's go.
I'll resume that in a second.
You got to go.
Ramos up the
Gotta
middle.
go.
Here comes the throw from center
Atta
field,
boy.
up the line a bit, and the third RBI of the afternoon for Heliot Ramos, who had that 2 RBI triple back
Atta
in the
way,
second.
Raleigh.
Follows it up with a ribby single here in the 4th, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, Ramos has been impressive, but what I was saying about Forrest Whitley is last year when we saw him, good arm, but kind of a
Hey,
soft
nice job.
body. Scherf is a
boy,
guy
all
who's
right.
lost 30 or 40
get
pounds. He's
you.
in great shape. He's gotten a lot more fit. The stuff is picked up. He's going to go very high in the draft. Forrest Whitley was a 17th overall pick in this year's draft by the Astros. If the draft were today, Alex Scherf doesn't get close to the 17th pick.
They'll face Cole Brandon, who struck out looking in his first at-bat back in the second inning. And a 3-2 lead now for the national squad. Fouled at the plate, 0-1.
Come on, kid.
Brandon's a kid who actually models his game after Ryan Klesko, who happens to be a close family friend. Klesko grew up
Klesko.
with his dad. What's the chuckle for, Wes?
And he was one of the first players that took care of me back in Atlanta when I first got called up. For him, a young kid, to model himself after, you know, a player of back then. You know, most of these kids model themselves after a player of today. But, you know, to hear Ryan Klesko's name again, just kind of like, whoa, that's kind of like a little light bulb there. You know, most of these guys model themselves after the Bryce Harpers, the Mike Trouts, or whoever in today's game.
Yeah, there's a lot of Noah Syndergaards on our list, too. A check behind the runner at first, but Ramos is back.
You got time. He wants to.
In fact, speaking of the family of Cole Brandon, their family was on a TV show called Aaron's Outdoors TV for 7 years on Versus. So I guess you grow up in Elko, Georgia. There's a few shots. And that's not for me. More power to them, but I can't even cast when I go fishing. So
I like the camouflage dress there. The whole family wearing the camouflage and a little girl wearing the camouflage dress.
Nice. Runner goes, fly ball, and this one is going off the wall. And this is going to be 2, perhaps 3. Here comes the relay. Not in time. A triple for Cole Brandon. And an RBI to make it 4-2 here in the 4th.
A triple wound up going about where he made that nice catch up against the wall in the top of the 3rd inning off of Corral. I guess he likes that area of the field, offensively and
way to run the bases.
So a couple of runs here in this inning. Another look at this. Boy, I tell you what, Holmes is out there in left field, and he was nowhere near that one. He was playing way in.
Well, I think the reason he was playing way in is, A, he's normally center fielder.
All right, let's go, Nick.
He might be the fastest player in the 2017 draft. So I don't think it's very easy to hit the ball over his head, but the wind's picked up a little bit going to left, and
Got him.
and Brennan got a ball over his head. I don't think he's used to too many balls that he can't turn his back on and run down.
Is that the 3rd hit batter, Billy?
I don't know what you're telling him, Wes. I mean, geez.
Nick Allen hit by a pitch. It was 1st and 3rd. So as a meeting on the mound here, it's time for It Comes From Below, presented by Under Armour. We're going to take a look back at some footwork from the aforementioned Cole Brandon, not necessarily on the RBI triple, but on the defense, Jim, that you mentioned earlier in this game.
Come on, Joe, let's go.
I mean, it wasn't a tremendous degree of difficulty where he had to jump, 3 feet off the ground. But, I mean, you're playing in a park you've never played before that's got a brick wall and you're unfamiliar with, and he showed no fear in that ball. I liked how he got back there and made the play look. For a ball hitting toward the ivy here at Wrigley, he made that play look pretty easy.
All right, let's go. Come on.
So we got 2 hit batters in this inning, 3 for the game. And
Alex!
I just hope we don't exact any revenge.
The middle guys, get them to look at me.
And now you've got you've got the best position player in the country coming up for Wes. So it's a good guy to have up in this situation.
This is Jordan Adell. Runner bluffs at first and gets back. 0-1.
Come on, Jordan, let's go, kid.
Yeah, let him go.
Rip, what's going on down there?
I was going to get him to play a little bit shallower just to see if the ball was hit hard. They wrapped up in the game. We'll see what happens.
Yanked to third and a nice play.
That's a double play ball that I just dialed up. That's what I was doing, Paul.
That ball's hit. Nothing you know about that.
What an amazing play there by Ben Ramirez. That ball might have caught him, but whatever it is, it gets Scherf out of more trouble in the inning. 2 runs coming to score. Could have been more. 4-2 after 4. Welcome back to the 2016 Under Armour All-America game powered by Baseball Factory with MLBPipeline.com's Jim Callis. I'm Paul Severino here at Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's a 4-2 lead for Wes Helms' national team on top of Bill Ripken's American squad as we play on here into the top of the 5th inning. New pitcher is Jack Conlon from Sugar Land, Texas. 2017 grad at Clements High School. 6'5", 215, committed to Texas A&M.
Actually bumped into his dad down on the concourse before the game. They were very excited to be here and part of this event. And I've never talked to anybody, parent or player, who didn't rave about how they treat this event. And Mr. Conlon was certainly doing that as well. And he was saying that he's watched the innings that Jack has thrown very carefully. They try not to do too much to protect him from injury. And one of the things they did was no curveballs until he got to high school, which is why he's got one of the more advanced changeups. So even though he's a guy who can throw hard, and he can throw hard, he can also make you look silly with a changeup.
So Garrett Mitchell will lead things off. We'll have some changes throughout this inning. Again, lots of changes on both sides. It's a showcase event, so they're going to try to get everybody as much playing time as possible. That's why we've seen guys flip-flop on the infield. We'll have some players re-enter as well, but this is the first AB of the afternoon for Garrett Mitchell from Anaheim, California, a 2017 grad from Orange Lutheran High School.
Oh, come on, kid, come on.
He's committed to UCLA.
Yeah, here, Billy.
I see it.
Can't even keep the hat on.
I think he mentioned last night he's trying to, if he makes it big, he's going to work a contract with some hair company, like, you know, Head and Shoulders or.
Oh, is that right?
Something like that.
Got big plans. Good for him.
He had good flow last night at the banquet.
Attaboy!
Come on, kid, work it back.
Upstairs,
Let's go.
3 balls and no strikes. A 3-0 pitch from Conlon. They have chased ball 4. That's what you want to see, Bill, right? Just take a good swing on 3-0.
I mean, look, I don't blame anybody in a game like this, 3-0. That'd be a situation if he was playing in a normal season, then he might think about taking a pitch. But guess what? He swings at the 1 and gives himself an opportunity to do that, and that's a missile. Hey, Wes, I want to show you something that happened earlier in the game. We're going to look at the replay here of our tandem infielders. This happened in the first inning, and I really want you guys to watch the middle guys, my shortstop and second baseman. Now, this is a situation the center fielder comes in and backs it up. Good, but look at the tandem. It's okay on a relay situation to overthrow the first guy because the second guy is going to be there. And then, Wes, this is on your triple in the second inning. Look at this. The throw is going to be made high by my right fielder in towards the diamond, but check out my trailer. Over the relay, but my trailer gets it. So I think that's the execution of the relay setup where the difference between a cutoff man and a relay man is. You can overthrow the relay man because he's got a trailer. Don't overthrow the cut guy because then bad things happen.
Exactly. You know, and you do a great job of that, Billy, like in the workouts of explaining the distance as well, of knowing your outfielder's arms and knowing the distance that you need to be on each outfielder so that, you know, you're not too close or too far for them to make that happen.
Now, we don't have instant replay in terms of overturning calls, but that looked close. It'll go down as a stolen base, but a throw from behind the plate.
Hey, Paul, don't let Jim Callis let you start stirring the pot either. I mean, let's just play the game, enjoy the game. What's going on here, Paul?
Dude, I'm trying to call it down the middle, okay?
Whew. This is unbelievable. This is a conspiracy this year.
We're tight, Bill. I got you, but I thought he might have been out.
Okay.
What do I know?
All right, enough.
It was a close play. Garrett Mitchell runs excellent, very well for a guy who's 6'3", 205. Power's his ticket, but he's a good athlete. Showed it off there on the steal. Prater's made some good throws today. Hasn't caught anybody stealing. I don't think through any fault to his own, but he's made some good throws. I was actually Doolittle's in the game now behind the plate. Yeah, I forgot we have the wholesale changes here in the 5th.
Yeah, Mason Doolittle from Jupiter, Florida, getting a look behind the plate now. What do you got? You got him out here, Jim, or what?
It's hard to tell.
Hard to tell if he touched him. He might not have touched him.
No, he missed him. He missed him. It's clean. Go to that instant replay, Paul.
Conlon misses outside.
Come on, kid, go get him.
Christopher Troy at the plate right now. Brentwood, California. Committed to UC Santa Barbara. 2017 grad from Heritage High School. 6'4", 215. Again, we could just keep listing off the sizes of these kids, and it's impressive. Wow, 17 years old. We might need a chin strap for your boy Conlon there, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, we got to do something. We got to keep the hat on his head. I'm good with the do, but we got to keep the hat on the head.
Needs that Phil Mickelson binder clip that he had working at the British Open last week. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
The 2-2 from Conlon. Swing and a miss. And there's one out.
just a little bit. And then Reed gets hit off the catch. Tips off, I want you coming up.
There's another look. I mean, he's got some Jacob deGrom comps, but deGrom's got the right hat size on, right?
Yeah, it looks like the hat might be a little bit big.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Don't want to mess with the flow, though. You don't want to hurt it, I guess. So this is Drew Waters' first action of the day as he takes over for Cole Turney.
Come on, kid, go get him.
Turney was 1 for 1. He also walked.
And we talked about all these athletic outfielders from Georgia. Here's another one in Drew Waters who can switch hit and run.
Go down to third. That time he is out.
Oh, hey, we might need a replay on that one, Billy.
Yeah, I want some instant replay on that one, Paul. Where are you now, Paul?
I don't have the controls. I just have the microphone, Bill. Let's go.
Good swing, dude. Good swing.
Yeah, he said he didn't touch him. Let's see.
Hey, I don't think he touched him.
I heard it from my guy. I don't need instant replay. I trust my guy. Paul.
All right.
There goes the hat again.
So it's the wrong city to not have the right hat size.
Look at that. That's a good one. He's already working that whole marketing angle for the shampoo commercial. He's got it working right now.
Huh. I guess I'll buy that comp, the hair comp. 3-0 to Waters, misses outside, and a 4-pitch walk.
Come on, Alex.
You all right? You all right?
So that'll bring up Alex Terrell, who had an RBI and a sac fly back in the third.
Come on, kid.
He's got the power. I mean, there's a lot of guys in this game who have power. He's got some of the best. He's one of these guys who can tie it up with one swing. Might want to go opposite field with it if he's looking for a home run with the way the wind's blowing. But he can crush the ball.
Well, the scouts have him as a middle of the order bat at the next level. And again, he is one of the 2 returners to this Under Armour All-America game. He and Jordan Adele. 17 years old, and again committed to Miami. Models his game after Miguel Cabrera. It's a good game to model after.
He'd be a pretty good guy to emulate.
He's definitely quiet and has great balance.
Two balls and no strikes with Waters leading off of first. A 4-2 game here in the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second is a little off the mark, and Waters is in there.
Hey, swing it. That boy out.
All right, Jack. Come on, kid.
2-1. We talked about Waters having good speed. Saw it there in the stolen base. I like, Bill talked about earlier in the game. I mean, you're down by 2. You had a guy thrown out. Maybe wasn't tagged the third stealing, but we want to see these guys do what they do best. I like the aggressiveness. I like that these guys aren't afraid to show us what they could do on the bases in this game.
3-1.
Hey, Gim.
Well, he's given up a hit.
Can we get a chin strap?
Hey, Conlon's given up a hit, a walk, a strikeout, and his hat's fallen off 4 times. Here is a 3-1 pitch. In the air, left field.
Gotta play.
And foul, 3-2.
Come on, Alex.
Now for Conlon, he's again, the scouting reports say that he's got a complete arm that can compete at high levels. It's been what, 22 or so pitches here live and in person. Jim, are you seeing something along those lines?
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing some velocity from him. He's not afraid to throw the off speed. I just think, and we've seen it from a couple guys today. I don't know if he's a little amped up but having trouble finding the strike zone. He's usually better than this control-wise, but I think sometimes kids get amped up pitching in Wrigley Field.
Throw down to third, into left field, and this will be a run on the walk.
That's not what I meant.
So Terrell takes first on the base on balls. Throw down. You guys are very aggressive this inning on the bases, Bill.
Hey, Paulie, this is when I gave them free rein earlier, and I just looked over at Bernie and said, they may have taken my aggressiveness a little bit too far. And you know what? It actually worked right there. But when I saw them going, I whispered no to myself. But seriously, this is what these kids are here to do. If you got some speed and you have the opportunity to steal a bag, why not? If it's 7-1 winning or 7-1 losing, it's not the end of the world if he got thrown out right there. But if this was a regular season game, I wouldn't have been standing for that too much.
Brady McConnell swings and tips it into the glove of Doolittle behind the plate. No
Come on,
balls,
Brady,
2
battle.
strikes.
0-2.
Good back and forth game to this point, 4-3, as the national squads got the edge here in the top of the 5th inning at Wrigley Field. Runner goes inside. Thought for a second it might have gotten a piece of McConnell. It did not, but Terrell takes second nonetheless.
1-2.
4 steals this inning and a 5 if not for a phantom tag at third base.
Yeah, that one didn't come anywhere close.
Had a boy battle.
We talked a little bit about him earlier, but McConnell, I think, is the best all-around high school shortstop for next year's draft. Like him at the plate. He's got a good bat. He's got bat speed. I think he's going to have some power. He might have 5 average or better tools when all is said and done, and a few of those might be better than average.
Had a boy. I agree with that, Jimmy. When I've watched him and watch his actions around short, there's something about my saying he looks the part. But when you watch him swing the bat, the ball jumps off the bat pretty well. He's going to fill out and get a little bit bigger and thicker, but he can handle himself at short. Had a boy.
3-2.
The last first-round pick, this is interesting, from Merritt Island High School was Clint Hurdle, who was 9th overall in 1975 out of Merritt Island, Florida. So a school with some ties to former big leaguers, current big league managers, of course.
Let's go, boys.
Well, the hat stayed on, finally. Hat. Welcome back to Wrigley Field. One of the coaches on the staff for Wes Helms today is Tim Hudson, who had himself a very nice 17-year big league career, 222 wins and an ERA just south of 3.5. Over 2,000 strikeouts, and Tim kind enough to join us on the broadcast right now. Tim, thanks so much for taking the time. This is your first time at this event, am I right?
It is. Just first time. I was an Under Armour guy my whole career, just about it. You had a chance to come here and see some of these great young ball players, man. I'm gonna tell you what, they're making them a lot bigger and a lot stronger and a lot faster from when I was their age, that's for sure.
Well, that's what I was going to say. He's 17 years in the big leagues, obviously college and high school before that, the minor leagues. This is not anywhere close to what it used to be.
Yeah, watching these kids play out here, you often forget how young they are. These guys are 15, 16, 17 years old. And, what they bring to the field and their talent that you see out there, I mean, they're every bit as good as a lot of big leaguers that I've played with and against over the years. So, these kids are awesome, man. They're so polite, and their talent is as good as I've seen anybody their age. And it's been fun. It's been a great few days with them.
What's one of the things that you've really enjoyed with these kids?
Well, I just think it's very refreshing to see, just how eager they are to learn. These guys, we got here a few days ago and was throwing bullpens, and they were just picking my brain about things and, mechanics, and, everything was yes, sir, and no, sir, and just so polite, so well-mannered. But you can tell that these guys, I mean, they're the best high school players in the country. And, it'd be very easy for kids that good, that young, to get very cocky and to let their ego start swelling. But, man, there's on both sides of this field, these kids are their parents have done a great job with them over the years. It's something that they should be proud about. And, they're going to have some special talent to watch for a lot of years to come.
After the Adam Hall fly ball, Mason Doolittle takes a called strike from Joe Boyle, who misses upstairs, a ball and a strike.
Tim, obviously this game wasn't in existence when you were coming up through the high school ranks, but did you do much showcase-wise? I know they aren't nearly as prevalent as they are now, but there were some showcases. Did you do much showcase stuff? All-Star game stuff coming up?
You know what? You could say that I was a late bloomer, to say the least, coming out of high school. I think I had one tryout at a junior college coming out of high school, and then ended up signing with my local junior college. So the showcase camps wasn't really in the cards for me when I was a kid growing up. Luckily I was able to develop into more talent as I got to Auburn and got into pro ball. But but really, honestly, back then, I don't think there was a whole lot of showcase baseball. It was your summer league ball that you played in with your Dixie or Little League, and that was about all you had.
Well, you got to like what Boyle did in this inning. A quick 1, 2, 3 inning. Tim, we appreciate the time. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon here at Wrigley.
Thanks.
4-3 the score. Back in a moment. Back here in the Windy City of Chicago at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field, Paul Severino and Jim Callis from MLBpipeline.com. Our managers Bill Ripken and Wes Helms mic'd up as well. Mitchell Stone takes over here in the 6th inning. Edmond, Oklahoma, Deer Creek High School, a 2017 grad, committed to Oklahoma State. And it says unique prospect given his size, and big size it is. 6'10", 240. And his first pitch here in the 6th is a called strike.
And he's, like we were saying earlier about Ben Jordan, who's 6'9". He repeats his delivery very well for a young guy who's this size. I'm sure he's going to get compared to Randy Johnson because he's a 6'10" lefty. It took Randy Johnson a long time to figure out how to get everything, arms and legs coordinated and throw strikes.
He retires Ben Ramirez on just a couple of pitches. A good look there at the scouting report. Durable and intimidating. Intimidating, yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, when it lets go of the ball, it probably looks, especially if you're a left-hand hitter, it probably looks like the ball's getting released from halfway to home plate. Which again, this guy, he throws, he'll get the fastball up to 92, 93, but it probably looks more like 95, 96 just because of where he's letting it go.
Then you're dropping a 71 curveball first pitch with all that behind it.
So we got tall, lanky lefty. Mentioned Randy Johnson, thinking of guys like Chris Sale in there. It's not that same sort of crazy delivery that Sale's got, but
if he dropped down like Chris Sale and I was a left-handed hitter, I'd want no part of that. I don't want 6'10" coming from that slot. No, thank you.
Agreed. Scouts also marvel at just how he can repeat his delivery with such a big frame. This one in the air and hit well toward left. Royce Lewis bounces one onto Waveland. A long home run to tie things at 4 here in the 6th.
I know that got out on the bounce. It almost went out on the fly. That hit off the top row of seats out there in the bleachers. We talked about, maybe there's a little bit of a question as to what position he's going to wind up at, but he's so athletic. The bat is so quick. He's going to get stronger. He's 6'2", 185 right now, and man, he just got all that one, no doubter.
Well, he models his game after Carlos Correa and a guy who calls this place home, Dexter Fowler. And he rounds the bases. Big old smile on the face of Royce Lewis, your number 5 prospect in this game, and a 4-4 ball game for Hunter Green here with 1 in and 1 out in the top of the 6th.
Attaboy!
I like him not being afraid to come back with the breaking ball after giving up the home run. Even behind the count, he went breaking ball there. And we've talked a lot about Hunter Green as a pitcher. Looked great in the first inning, but he's got big-time power, too.
Mitchell.
Yeah, Bill and Wes, you guys have been around these kids for the last few days. Obviously, yesterday, the workout, there was batting practice for the scouts. The home run derby today. It is amazing, Wes, how the sound off the bat for these youngsters, and obviously there's still a lot of room to grow, but the sound off of this bat is major league like on certain cuts.
Oh, it really is. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. I mean, they're going to get stronger, but the bat speed and just the ability of having the plate discipline that they do with the power that they do is amazing at this age. But every year it seems like the hitters are getting more and more power. Last year we had a few. This year we had more as an entirety. We probably had at least 10 or 15 kids that were just launching balls. So it's pretty special. I mean, you don't see this kind of power until you get to the big leagues, and to see this kind of power now is pretty special.
And that's right, because Wes talked about this in the open when he said, I said, what's your takeaway from what you've seen? He said the overall power. The wind kind of hurt our lefties in the home run derby today, and all the right-handers seemed to sneak through and get to the finals. Well, we got some left-handers here that were hitting balls that I was going, okay, that ball's way out of here, and that wind way up above, that flag blowing, was just knocking it down. But the thump that these guys have and the bat speed that Wes talked about, that ball right there that Royce hit, there's no doubt you see stuff like that in a 162-game schedule at the big league level. That was an absolute missile.
Yeah, we'll take a listen to that missile in just a second. Here comes a 3-2 to Hunter Green. Smacks this one foul. Let's roll it back. Here's the home run off the bat of Royce Lewis a moment ago. That sounds like something that you'll see here 81 times throughout a big league season. This one is smacked on a hop toward short. Hall fields and throws. Out number 2.
Hunter Green has hit the ball hard the last 2 times up. Nothing to show for it because he's hit it right at fielders. But you can see why guys like him. If I had to guess right now, I think he probably gets drafted as a pitcher. But you could see why he'd be an early first-round pick as a hitter, too. Well, between this and watching what he did in the home run derby.
There's no doubt, Jim, when these guys are here lined up today watching that, what Hunter did in the home run derby, what he did in the normal batting practice session, scouts had to be up there licking their chops when they saw that. And then the 2 at-bats that he's had in this game, missile to the first baseman on the line for a line out, and then a missile one-hopper at the shortstop, dead on the button. So those 3 things alone, the BPs and those 2 at-bats, making these scouts pretty happy that are in attendance.
Yeah, definitely. And, and we saw 98 out of him in the first inning, 2 on the mound.
Well, they nailed it when they said accomplished 2-way player for Hunter Green. It's going to be a 1-1 pitch from Stone to Papantanis. Fouls that one back. 1-2, and again, he's been in a number of these counts today. 2 strikeouts. He's been retired both times by way of the strikeout, but committed to Virginia. Played in the 2016 Under Armour Baseball Factory Showcase for National South. An impressive set of tools, so say the scouts.
One of several guys in this game who's played quarterback for his high school. Good athlete. Good leadership. Seems like we've talked about makeup with a lot of these guys, or as the group as a whole. And he fits right in with that group.
Attaboy!
Yeah, and we've talked about a lot of these guys. I mean, obviously, with the guy who's a middle infielder, you're looking at the defensive tools, but a lot of outstanding defenders in this game. He's got good speed. He's got a good arm. He's got the tools and the actions to play shortstop. Andy's a pretty good-sized kid, too, at 6'1", 190. He's not going to not just be a slappy guy. I mean, he can drive the ball if he gets a pitch to handle.
The 1-2.
Balls out.
Misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. From Glenn Gardner, New Jersey. Obviously, guys like our own Al Leiter with MLB Network, but Mike Trout, New Jersey guys. Bill, you were a Northeast-ish, right? Mid-Atlantic kind of growing up. Were you able to play kind of year-round if you wanted to?
No. First of all, we didn't have the opportunity to play year-round. Second of all, it's too darn cold. Come on, man.
Well, I should have set you up better than that. But then again, there's 2 strikes, 2 outs, so maybe it all worked out. No, but the struggles, because there's so many kids here. I mean, you got 10 kids. California is represented by 10 players. You got Florida with 6, Texas with 5. That's 12 months a year of basically baseball weather. Mid-Atlantic like yourself, Bill, or Northeast like Papantanis here, you can't play year-round.
The one thing you can do, yes, the weather is a factor, but I will say living up here in Chicago, there is just a proliferation of indoor hitting cages. Like there's all kinds of private coaches. Bill Madlock was coaching not too far from at a facility not too far from my house. But there's all kinds of indoor facilities, which isn't necessarily a good thing for a pitcher to pitch year round. But if you're a hitter and you want to take some hacks, it's a lot different than it was 20, 30 years ago.
That, of course, also would open up the discussion, which I will not officially do right now. But playing baseball year-round, good thing or bad thing, as that one gets back to the backstop. But Papatanis will reach. So he's been struck out 3 times, but this time he will be on with 2 away in the top of the order coming back around. So now that we've got this extra little bit of time, Wes, what's your thoughts on kids playing baseball 12 months a year?
Well, I mean, they're definitely going to get better and get more out of it, but the concern I have about it is, you know, definitely with pitchers, is the amount of throwing they're doing at a young age now, you know, year-round. I mean, you got to have time off to heal up and, you know, let everything kind of get back to normal. And, you know, you also got to have a time that, you know, I'm a big believer you get better in practice. And, you know, the kids that play year-round, it's tough to, you know, have that practice time sometimes that you need, you know, whether it be in the batting cage or on the field doing ground balls or in the weight room getting stronger. And I'm also a guy that, you know, I believe a kid up to a certain point should play at least 2 sports. I mean, just to have that, you know, mental break from baseball, just so you don't get burnt out at a young age. And, you know, it keeps it fresh for you, keeps it fun for you. So, you know, I guess everybody has their own opinion on it, but you know, I think it's great to get better, but I think also, you know, you got to be careful with it as well.
1-0. Play. We got time.
After the ball gets away, a runner on second base and 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning for Garrett Mitchell. Mentioned before, committed to UCLA from Anaheim, California. Also a type 1 diabetic, was put in touch with Sam Fuld, who's also a diabetic as well. So he's used Sam, a major leaguer, to kind of help him through the battle with diabetes.
Go on, Mitchell.
He's also said that kind of balancing having a good blood sugar or not when he's on the field obviously comes without saying a bit, but when he's feeling at his peak health-wise, he can play at his peak on the field.
And his peak is very, very good. I mean, power's his biggest tool, but he's got good feel to hit, runs well for his size.
Slaps this one towards center field, back, and a leaping catch. What a play. What a play in center field. My goodness.
Ball was hit.
Joe Gray goes a long way to get to that one. The shades go flying, but he hauls it in. Another look at out number 3 here in the 6th. Jumping Joe Gray ends the frame. Let's go back to the last out of the top half of this inning. It's time for It Comes From Below, presented by Under Armour, where we're going to take a look at some nice footwork here by Joe Gray, leaving his feet to make this catch.
Also impressive about Joe Gray, he's not even draft eligible next year, Paul.
Yeah.
He's a 2018 draftee. He's a rising junior, but I thought that ball, when it was hit, looked like it was going to get over his head, but he's got good speed and made a play to keep this a tie game.
Rising junior and not the youngest player in this game, as Tristan Casas would be that guy. He takes over at first base behind Jacob Heatherly, who deals to Prado, who grounds to second. And for the first time this afternoon, Prado is not hit by a pitch. His first official at bat, and he grounds out.
That's why it was only a 1 pitch at bat, because he wanted to get out of there before he got hit a 3rd time. I ain't mad at him for that. Hey, Wes.
Yes.
How about my boy at first base, Tristan? Are you kidding me?
Hey, he is a beast. What is he, going into sophomore season this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different breed right there.
Going into his sophomore year, left-hand hitter, right-hand thrower. I'm all into the Freddie Freeman comp on this dude when I saw him take BP.
Oh, I agree, and I totally agree with you, Billy, earlier today when you said he's wearing baggy pants and you can see the quads popping out of baggy pants. That's impressive.
Time.
I had no idea when I was working with him in that first day. He was at the first base bag, and, you know, he did something well. And I said, ski honk, call him Big Donkey like I usually do. And then I found out he's going into his sophomore year. I said, I can't imagine what I'm going to call you in the next few years if you come back here the next year and the next year. But check out Freddie Freeman right here. I think my man Tristan's got a little bit more of a follow-through than Freddie, because Freddie's got that short follow-through for sure. But when you look at this guy and you stand next to him, Freddie Freeman just screams at me.
I agree with that.
2-1.
Get a chance to watch him hit soon again, with all these changes, who really knows where he's going in
well,
the lineup?
Paul, you know I'm not smart enough to figure that out.
Well,
I take offense at Jimmy telling me that I'm skewing these matchups and the lineups and the rosters. I have no idea what the hieroglyphics say down here on the pieces of paper that are in front of Bernie right now. Wes, you got any clue how to read those papers?
No idea.
It's a good thing the folks at Baseball Factory haven't figured out, because it's a tough test for us. A strikeout there for Jacob Heatherly as he retires Vilade for out number 2 here in the 6th inning.
Hey,
Heatherly is committed to Alabama, 2017 grad from Coleman High School. There it is.
All right, this is
That's
one
what
of
we're dealing
them.
with, yeah.
And it's beautiful because we got the American on one side, we got the National on the other side, but of course, now I got to learn how to flip it. See, yeah, this is the way you flip the page. Got the opposing pitchers down here in the subs. This thing's all done up. I got no chance to read this thing, none.
See, I'm just going to start trouble here again, though. Some might say that gives you a convenient excuse, because I can think of a couple of occasions where maybe your players have subbed in at different times and were on the card in certain game situations.
Okay, now I'm going to quote probably the best movie ever made, Independence Day, and I think there was a line in there somewhere with plausible deniability. That doesn't work with me, Jim. Stop stirring it up, and let's just go with it.
Wes, I think you and I will be going to dinner alone after this game tonight. Let Jim and Bill kind of hash out their differences. We can have a nice steak somewhere here in Chicago, or deep dish or whatever.
He could be saying he can't read it, just so if he messes up later in the game with a tied game and he hits a player that he shouldn't.
This one in the air. Ramos has had himself a nice afternoon, and he adds to it here. After a triple in the 2nd, a single in the 4th, he adds a homer in the 6th. And he is a double shy of the cycle. Wes, you better leave him in. I don't care what that card says.
Hey, I can't read the card. He's staying in.
That one hit a ton to left center field. And it breaks a 4-4 tie.
Triple homer.
National squad up 5-4 here in the 6th.
The nice thing, too, is I'm reading the card, and Ramos is playing the whole game, so he will get another at-bat.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, the wind's starting to gust a little bit to left, and he got that one up, and it just kept carrying and carrying. But what a day. What a day for Helio Ramos.
Hey, is he a double away from the cycle?
Yes, he is.
Hey, attaboy!
Oh, well, we're going to have to talk about leaving him in there. You got to give the kid a shot, right, Billy? Not trying to beat you or anything. I just want to give him a shot for the cycle.
Dude, I ain't mad at you for that. I ain't mad at you for that. Even if your card says he's coming out, you got to find a way to keep him in.
No, I think Jim's right. I think
he's staying in the whole game.
As I glance down here at the card, he's got 8-9 slated for left field, so he'll be in there.
Good.
Now the only thing we got to worry about is these storm clouds that look like they might be rolling in.
It got a few degrees cooler down here. I know that, Paul.
Yeah.
We had a guy beside the dugout just come tell us a minute ago we're good for about the next 50 minutes to an hour. So hopefully it'll hold off.
Attaboy!
Good pitch.
Strikeout will end the inning.
All right, boys.
But a loud
Defense,
home run off the bat of pitcher coming in mere moments. Paul Severino, MLBpipeline.com's Jim Callis up here in the broadcast booth. Our managers Bill Ripken and Wes Helms have been mic'd up all afternoon long, and this has been a fun game. And now our hope, as I look up to the heavens here, is that the rain holds off. But we just heard from Wes Helms, who heard from somebody else, and third-hand weather is always accurate, that we have about maybe 45 minutes left. Jake Eater will take over here in the 7th inning. 2017 grad from Atlantic High School in Ocean Ridge, Florida. 6'4", 215, committed to Vanderbilt. Models his game after another Commodore of recent past, David Price.
Oh, Jake.
Jake's an interesting guy on the mound. I mean, left-handed, 3 pitches, a nice easy delivery. We've seen a lot of guys with easy deliveries and able to run it up there pretty quick on the radar gun, too. His curveball can be sharp at times. Got changeup, too. Good build, nice size, strong build. I mean, this looks like the starter kit for a big league starter a few years down the road.
Well, we'll see what he's got here as he faces Christopher Troy to lead things off. Troy got an at-bat back in the 5th inning, his first of the afternoon, and struck out.
Physical catcher, 6'4", 215, and a lot of times you think 6'4". Aren't too many big league catchers who are 6'4", but he's pretty agile behind the plate for his size.
Come on, kid, get ahead.
Good arm strength.
Come back, get him.
You look in that build, you watch him in BP, you can see the power. This guy's a chance to be a pretty good all-around catcher. It's unbelievable. I mean, everybody we've talked about today, you could see going in the first couple rounds of the draft next year, just about.
Hey, attaboy, swing it.
Swing and a miss. And again, that would not be, perhaps the numbers would be something new or perhaps somewhat unprecedented. But as you see the scouting report here for Christopher Troy, just the fact that players from this game ending up in the first round, that is not at all unprecedented. Again, since the first game was played, the Under Armour All-America game back in 2008, 71 Under Armour All-Americans have been selected in the first round of the draft. And in fact, the total number of All-Americans drafted at all is at 250.
All right, get your ground ball.
Yeah, and that 71 figure doesn't even count. Like, I'll give you 3 guys from last year's game, in a game where we thought the talent overall might have been a little down because there was a scheduling conflict. These guys didn't go in the first round, but Taylor Trammell signed for $3.2 million. He's one. Kyle Muller and Joey Wentz both signed with the Braves. Wentz got over around 3. Kyle Muller got $2.5 million. And then you look here at the graphics. You know, Riley Pint, with 4th overall pick, we saw him throw 98 miles an hour last year. Was one. Corey Ray was on that list. He wasn't in last year's game. He was in a game when he was coming out of high school. He went to Louisville. Zach Collins before he went to Miami. Will Benson, Forrest Whitley, Delvin Perez, Carter Keyboom, Dylan Carlson. That's just last year's first round. And like I said in the open, if I had to put an over-under on Under Armour players in this year's game in the first round of next year's draft, I'd say 10 to 12 as the over-under. I think we're going to see a lot of Under Armour All-Americans in the first round next year.
It'll be 0-2 to the Georgia commit Drew Waters, who walked and came around to score back in the 5th.
Come on, get him.
Waters is a switch hitter. Scouts say great motor for the game.
Likes to run. We saw that. Couple steals, scored on a throwing error.
Troy off of first. He'll stay put on the wide one there.
Come
2 balls and 2 strikes. See if they continue to test Mason Doolittle, and Rip's squad has certainly done that. But with a lefty, we'll see if that controls the run game a little bit. In there for a called strike 3. So for Eater, again, mentioned Vanderbilt. Curveball is the main out pitch, but
it's all right.
Hey, Billy, you think the helmets this year attract lightning?
I hope not. I'm not planning on putting one on.
Rip will be headed for the hills. Here's Shane Boz. 1 on and 1 out in the top of the 7th.
Got a time.
And this is one of the things I like about the game. Boz is going to get drafted as a pitcher, but he's got huge right-handed power, and we get to see that in a game like this. It's fun to watch. Reminds me of last year's game, Luken Baker, who won the home run derby. Scouts liked him more as a pitcher. Baker had huge power, great freshman year, helped TCU make the College World Series. And if Boz doesn't sign, he'll be part of that TCU team with Luken Baker going into 2018. But this is one of the fun parts of the game, is getting to see some of these guys who you know are pitchers get to swing the bat. When this wind gusts a little bit to left, if he gets a hold of one, he could put one on Waveland Avenue too. Which may be why Jake Eater's working the outer half of the plate right now.
Away. Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's fair to say, guys, that everybody here likes this game of baseball that they're playing. This guy falls into the category of loves the game. I don't think there's any question about it. He's a lot of fun sitting in the dugout. And he was excited about the prospect of getting an AB and playing third base after he pitched.
1-2.
I think even the guys who don't get to swing, Bill, the pitchers don't get to hit, it's fun watching during BP. They all have smiles on their face, trying to hit balls out here at Wrigley or out into the street. And that's just one of the other little side benefits of this game, too. Even if you're a pitcher, it's kind of cool to swing for the street here at Wrigley. Oh, there's some lightning.
Ball's out.
That
Nice
one
spot.
misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Come on, Shane.
To Shane Boz, who models his game after Noah Syndergaard. And the other day when we asked him, what don't we know about you? He said, well, I'm a world-class ping pong player. And of course, we put world-class in quotes because that's...
You couldn't verify that?
Could
The
not
research
verify
team
that.
could not verify?
Nope, not at all.
You got to have proof if you say world class. You got to have proof.
Well, Eder holds serve there and strikes out Boz for out number 2, back-to-back strikeouts. That'll bring up Quentin Holmes, who's got a whole bunch of, again, with the changes. This is a re-entry.
Did we make sure Billy read it right on the re-entry?
I will give him credit that it does match the card.
Good,
So
good.
I know I've been accusing Bill of a few things, but this is legit.
Well, it's been going back and forth for a good chunk of the afternoon here.
Just trying to keep him honest.
Look, I'm going to turn the other cheek on this one, Paul, because, look, accusations like this just keep flying. I'm not going to give it any life. I'm just going to try to kill it right now.
All right.
Just going to let it go.
I can respect that. Be the bigger man, Bill. Nice job.
Hey, it's getting dark down here.
That's what I was actually going to ask you. If this is probably a situation where you figure the lights to go on soon, right?
1-0.
Dark enough?
I would think. I would think it should be coming on pretty soon.
Attaboy, good swing.
Yeah, it's getting dark.
It doesn't look pretty.
I think you better get another weather report from your bystander there, Wes.
Play.
I think Wes just misunderstood 15 and 50. I don't know if he knew which one 15 or 50 was.
My information is he's checking right now.
Again, back to the backstop and a big turnaround third, but staying put is Troy.
You got time. Here you go.
We got on, lit off the inning with a walk. A couple of wild pitches have moved him to third with 2 away here in the 7th inning. His American squad down 5-4.
My informant just said we have minutes.
Minutes.
So.
All right.
2-1.
It's close.
How many minutes?
That we do not know, but it's close.
All right. Smack. Nice leaping play at second by Hall, and the inning is over. So Eder works around that leadoff walk, strands a runner, gets some nice D behind him, as will Stretch here at Wrigley Field. A 5-4 lead for the national squad. Welcome back to the 2016 Under Armour All-America game powered by touchdown on Wrigley just yet, but the lights are turned on. A little bit better playing conditions, and on we go. This is inside. Does Hunter Ruth, the new pitcher from Gainesville, Florida, 2017 grad from F.W. Buchholz High School, committed to South Carolina, and he faces Ricardo De La Torre to lead things off here in the 7th. Inside again, 2-0.
Scouting report describes it as a fast-paced delivery, and I'd say that's accurate from our first 2 looks at him here. 92-93. He's got a 3/4 breaking ball that can be pretty nasty at times.
Hey, here we go all the way back.
De La Torre re-entering here, was 1 for 2 earlier. Singled back in the first and grounded back to the pitcher in the 3rd.
Nice.
And he takes the 4-pitch walk here in the bottom of the 7th. He was hitting in the 2 spot, but now hitting in the 9 spot. So that's the lineup story here, as was well documented with the terrific roster and lineup diagrams by Baseball Factory to keep all of this stuff straight somehow, some way. They keep it all straight. Much better playing conditions now as Hagen Danner steps in with the lights on. Am I right, guys? Down there on the field looks much better.
Way better.
We can see again. The good news is it looks like this rain might have missed us, but it got dark, so these lights are needed. Get him.
Runner goes. Throw down to second is.
Stay there, attaboy.
Off the mark and not in time. So a stolen base for De La Torre.
Get him in or get him over. Let's go.
And a runner in scoring position here for Hagen Danner. Danner from Huntington Beach, California, a 2017 grad at Huntington Beach High School. Teammates with Nick Prado.
Attaboy!
You know, the interesting thing is he's known more as a pitcher. This is a guy who can throw in the low to mid-90s, has a good power downward curve. We won't see him pitch today, but I would suspect, even though he is interesting at the plate with the offensive potential, that when we see him drafted going forward, it will be as a pitcher.
Heads up.
So for Danner and Prado, who have played together an awful lot, obviously, as we documented before, we're both on that California Little League team back in 2011 that beat Japan and won it all. Teammates in high school, teammates here today. If all goes according to plan and their commits.
Heads up, heads up.
Danner committed to UCLA and Prado to USC. Prado broke his bat. He'll need a new piece of lumber. The other good thing, this is why I love these guys. So many of them say, love MLB Network. Say he falls asleep to MLB Network, so I'm not the only one. This is what he did for that Ocean View Little League squad back in 2011. And Jim, you mentioned the two-way type player. He'll take 17 strikeouts in 8 1/3, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that strikeout rate's pretty good. I think 17 and 8 1/3 works well.
There you have a quick pitch.
Yeah, it was interesting looking at the interviews, how many guys said their favorite show was MLB Tonight or Quick Pitch.
Yeah.
Very large percentage.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Tough time hauling that one in, but a throw down to first to complete the strikeout. One away here in the 7th.
That's one.
Come on, Jordan.
Rick, what have you seen from your pitcher here so far in this inning?
Well, I like the fact that he came back and threw some strikes after walking somebody on 4 pitches.
Spider.
And I think that's understandable. When you come out of the pen, we had a little bit of delay because of the darkness, and then we got the lights on. So what I like is the fact that he doesn't look conventional.
Good take.
There's a little bit of a herky-jerky out of him, and the ball kind of comes out. But I like this low fastball, 92, 94 miles an hour. There's nothing wrong with the heater.
This is Jordan Adele re-entering.
I think I'm going to have to blow up my score sheet. I'm
Yeah.
totally confused as to what happened.
That is a hot shot through the left side. They'll send the runner. Here comes the throw. It's there. Runs into the umpire. Throw down to second. Gets into center field, but Adele will hold out right there. And it looks like not good as Ricardo De La Torre came in hard to home. Avoided the tag, or tried to avoid the tag, rather, of Christopher Troy, and then banged into the home plate umpire, Tim Farwig, and he is down in pain behind home plate.
You all right, dude?
Yeah.
Huh?
Here's my bat.
Hey, attaboy. Where the hustle? Did he get you? Huh?
Yeah.
Well, here's a look at the throw from left field. It looked like he may have just landed hard. You could hear him through Wes's microphone just say he hurt his back. So he may have just landed hard on his back, but he took a big hit there.
No lane.
He was out.
Billy, no lane.
Oh, stop it.
Hey, Bill, for all the grief I've given you today, justified or not, we're looking at the card here, and we have no idea what's going on with Wes's lineup here.
Every time that another player comes up to home plate, I hear re-entry, 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 re-entry. I haven't heard that once from my lineup yet.
I mean, Hall went into the game for Dillatore in the second slot, but then, coincidentally, Adele, the best position player in the game, comes up there in an RBI situation.
And then Hall.
I think I owe you an apology, Bill.
Hot shot toward third. And that will do it. But a run comes in to score. An insurance run, as it were. We'll be back to Chicago in just a moment.
Gentlemen, thanks so much. Yeah, I know my buddy here, Jim, went to a Hall & Oates concert last night, but it's more like AC/DC right now, rolling thunder and pouring rain. We've been in a weather delay now for, about an hour or so. Just to catch you up on exactly what this is, the Under Armour All-America game. It's a showcase event where some of, and a lot of them are here, some of the top high school players across the country are in action, and for 2.5 hours before it started really raining cats and dogs here, we saw one heck of a game. But just big picture thoughts on what this game means.
It's a chance for some of the best high school players in the country, to get to play in Big League Park, for evaluators to see them in a big league setting against top competition. And as Paul said, we saw a good show early. I mean, the top 10 rated high school prospects in the country for next year's draft are all here today. Number one on that list is Hunter Green. We saw him hit 98 miles an hour in the first inning, hit a couple balls hard at the plate. He's a two-way guy. Helio Ramos has been the guy who's been the star. If we ever play again, I don't know if we will, he's only a double shy of the cycle.
Yeah.
He tripled to right, singled to center, homered to left, and we were looking forward to the encore, but instead, we've got thunder and lightning.
Yeah, again, plenty of thunder and lightning on the field, too, before the rain started. Let's take you back and catch you up on what you may have missed, or if you were with us, what you saw earlier this afternoon. Top of the first inning, Cole Turney, who's committed to Arkansas, laces this RBI double into the gap. This was when it was a sunny day. It was nice way back earlier this afternoon. But then Hiliot Ramos really started to take over. This was a big hit. High drive, deep down the right field line, rattles around in the corner a bit. The 2017 grad from Puerto Rico has himself a 2 RBI triple. More from Ramos in the bottom of the fourth inning. Adds a base hit up the middle that just squirts through for a knock. Brought home a run. Later in that inning, Cole Brandon would add another as he sends one. Oh, there you go. There's your thunder, kids. Into the ivy in left field to bring home a run. Then in the sixth inning, Royce Lewis, and we took a listen to this one after it left, and this sounded like a big league home run as it bounced onto Waveland Avenue. Unbelievable. More from Ramos. Jimmy mentioned it, triple, a single, and a homer, so a double shy of the cycle. And he has certainly put on a display, but that's where we stand right now. Again, we've had lightning in the area. The rain obviously coming down right now. You can hear the thunder. I know Bill Ripken, who's one of the managers, along with Wes Helms, they've been mic'd up throughout. Bill's got a late flight, so if anybody is forcing for this game to maybe be called, it's probably Bill Ripken.
Yeah, and you know what? If we don't resume, which I'm going to guess we aren't, at least we got to see a lot of the nation's best players perform, and a lot of them perform very well. I think Ramos, if one game helps a guy, Ramos helped himself as much as anybody.
Yeah, again, this has been an awful lot of fun. Hopefully there's more to come. If there is, we'll keep you posted. If not, it's 5-4 here at Wrigley. Robert, thanks so much. Yeah, they decided that with very bad weather, lots of lightning, lots of rain in the area, they have called this game after 7. Wes Helms, the manager of the national team, is now 2-0 after the always jovial Bill Ripken falls a run short tonight. 5-4, your final score. It's time now for the player of the game, powered by Baseball Factory. And it's Hiliot Ramos, the 2017 grad from Puerto Rico, was a double shy of the cycle, 4 RBIs. Jim Callis, he impressed today.
Yeah, and what I like, not only did he have the 3 hits, it kind of reminded me a couple years ago we saw Nick Castellanos hit 3 doubles, 1 to each field, triples to right, singles to center, hits a big home run to left, drives in 4 runs, scores the 5th. Tremendous day for Helio Ramos.
Yeah, so much talent on display. Ramos just really the tip of the iceberg. 9th annual Under Armour game here in Chicago. Another guy who caught your eye, Hunter Green, your top high school prospect.
Yeah, and he pitched like in the first inning. 7 pitches to get out of the first inning. Got a double play after he gave up a hit. Hit 97 with his first couple fastballs. Hit 98, which tied an Under Armour record for velocity. 0 for 3 at the plate, but he hit the ball hard twice. So impressive all-around performance from Hunter Green.
Yeah, it seems like so long ago that it was sunny here at Wrigley Field, but obviously not the case anymore as weather has called this one after 7 innings. The national squad wins it 5-4. That'll do it from Wrigley.